Can you bredo wafa? Timpawa weyes na winya. Yami shira, mama ni paya zefoa. Enyano. Yafa nyami stroye jumana nyami besrayen. Obraya boya. Amoya muraye. Ebe ya efi yanara. Mama beye ya efi yanara. Asitre beye ya efi yanara. Mama beye ya efi yanara. Kamo ya muraye. Ebe ya Yennfa Adwene. Mama beye ya efi yanara. Yanaro. Kamo ya muraye. Ebe ya efi yanara. Ese abraba ya efi yanaro. Asite be ya efi yanaro. Mama be ya efi yanara. Kamo ya muraye. Ebe ya.
Abusuafo ade ache bia aha Unity Radio 103.9 ya mama ache mama akwaba ebra so se edu anopa bro awo kasa fidie so free cyber copy se du mienu be board ya pai mu de meni minu abema manucho maganda magandi gaucho margarita la molina mempeme ho asem ene mu amuti yen na mo hwe yen ana yin na kan bom ne adi dwuman ene so yatena si said ye no da bia no saa na ye be ye no ye de word of motivation edi ebe bro kai se anopa bia nkranhye sema de ba no Richway Auto School Adaruma ena yedi ebremo na yakohwe weather report dan auto repairs so ema yedi ebremo no yedi agudie hunsem enso de bebremo anopai na yefiri ho yakwa akohwe ensem a etwagu ewo ye man Ghana mu efa Supreme Court enra omo verdict omo edibai no so eho reaction from the former president John Dramani Mahama will also be the pivotal discussion on the show this particular morning. Nti ma obi bia achi ma obi bia akwaba sa fe no join on Facebook wa yeda wase say wa join yen but we will encourage you say obe share dwumadi no now so post to comment not together ye nyina yaboa push Ghana to where Ghana belongs and where Ghana should be. Nti na ye mamu nyina achi thank God it's Friday beautiful one na so special a Friday for me because enra I was min ka say excited because it doesn't perfectly describe how happy I was yesterday after Chelsea ebubu Liverpool pre you know Frances unyamba show ni so Frances Punamani special good morning good afternoon to you in Ghana Frances o predict say Ghana be winning and now Chelsea be winning yeah make us say Ghana be winning because Ghana be winning.
Predict say Ghana be winning.
And not just Ghana be winning.
Exactly. Ghana be watching.
Ghana be winning.
Yeah.
But Frances, and Dusa, Openia Dusa, also enra predict 1-0. O prediction e bam tia mamento nka enne wodwumadi no so na ye ma onkonkoje waward enne obekọ anochi krom new one na we see no big one no na wakodidi o free e wo 2 coast square kani tintin buffet no but my enton count on the show na Yennfa code out the bekonsun kodidi Yennfa amount ye be hwe ni nyina na ya de aka bia de abremo de ka mu say hi Unity Radio 103.9 of Abususu. You can join us on Facebook oko YouTube na person share show no so wo smart TV so a de also ya ni say mpacho obehwehwe Unity TV Worcester Unity TV Worcester, and of course, you can join us on the show. Mami mfa me word of motivation ma wano pe, but before I do that, mami nua manucho akwaba. Maganda pom ti sen.
Boko se kwa okese no. ye go me gidi
kwa kwese I don't know kwa kwese yeboko
me rhyme me pese me rap
okay my lyrics kakra so rhyme
ye be wonti ye nda ye da na I said dada no say dada no so ba be ko say foforo no so ba. You know, I'm still writing it. I'm still on the way. But a very good morning to our numerous cherished listeners.
Opesa rhyme to say Sarko Diana, Opesa rhyme to say Kwakesiana. When type of rhyming?
Manifest. I think I'm a money fan. I mean, I like intelligent people. More talent, but I'm more intelligent. Well, talent and intelligence are two different things. But me, I succumb towards intelligentness. I want to be like, who beside myself? Na me answer. No, I stand here. Why so I flabbergasted beside?
I'm not. I'm just shocked by your answer. I say, so musicians some of them are not intelligent. Is that what you're referring to?
There are two colors, red and blue. I know red is white. Red is first. But who was last? They mentioned that. So I want to say blue now. There. To be some say, who do I want to rap like? I'm catch say, maybe I want
manifest.
To be like manifest because he assumes intelligence in talent. Baby, no one they are just talented, but they are not really intelligent. That is what I want to be. But I respect their craft and their success, level of success. But me dear, me idea, my second chance to be a rapper. I want to be like manifest on any given day. And I'm on my way. I have my rap lines already. Also, because my English they more be brave. But bro, for now, a train in a train. I say when pulling a chestnut out of a blazing fire, very very difficult, but. Don't be stunned, don't be flabbergasted, don't be stupendously surprised. Just keep a straight face and
find a word of motivation. The my tea for no pay. Na if you're not going into the weekend, no. You know say, yeah, Juma break. Sometimes unya disappointment, unya discouragement. Things didn't go your way as you might have expected during the week. But then they know as a word of motivation. Rich will to school see and family and say, nya courage, nya kukodru. Courage isn't having the strength to go on. Courage. It is not having the strength to go on. But courage is going on when you don't have strength. What Bamabu and Wadena Sai and Kobiasi Tishri. Now one tianshi. Now what you mean young wading et tro what namono sono. And only a friend say courage. But courage in yes, see upon a shnami who dina bibian to me, na menya who dina me yet, yes, me yet. That is not defined as courage. But courage is when everybody feels there. As an Kamanucho, but this time part they are tuning called that form. They are to Manucho, the men that told me and coming to me sorry bu. Na Manucho sorry nante. That is what we call courage. Internet near tier for Tiawa say we've got to get courage during the difficult moments in our life. Say BBNC now what day now ko adwuma ba adwuma 12 hours 14 hours now yeah and you no courage no where it is difficult to go and you go where everybody expects you not to go and you are able to gather courage and go obi ase aware dia ye die enye ye masa jana chiri but you believe you have the courage to make it work obi ase adwuma suku wuntumi nko utia bon but you believe say no, everybody expects me to drop out because me team wame, but I will go because of courage. Courage is not having the strength to continue, to go on, but it is going on when you don't have the strength, when all the strength in you has been exhausted. Manu?
For a second, I thought I was listening to a man of God. I mean, you have to consider, you speak very well. So I believe if you add that to your craft, or your profession, it should be good because I closed my eyes and I was listening because we are undergoing a lot of tribulations and trials. But courage, like you said, simply put, the strength you gather when you are in pain or you are in grief or you are frightened. That's the strength that we need to move on, and then courage. Courage will show bravado when we are there and now facing it. That's not courage. And when you fall down, which means sorry, no, without you thinking about anything else, that is courage.
And I'll use my personal example.
Yes.
Last 2019. I was almost going to say last year. No, it says
2019.
2
years ago.
Yeah.
I think I'm
telling you.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday. Yeah. Frances, welcome to Frances. You do gift to bed, bro.
Yes.
You do gift to bed, bro. Who predicted said Chelsea will win and Chelsea won. So you will get your gift.
Yes.
Now, Manu the American said, 2019. So I want to use my life as a testimony for anybody going through any
it's
sort
the best.
of
There's no better example than your own self.
Exactly.
Who feels it knows it.
Knows it.
So you felt it, so you know when you're talking, you know it.
September, August and September. So the mechanic. A month be in my lifetime. Me remfida. And yet time na me we secondary school. Sabisi ken ni fear me may struggle to get money to further my education. Na me so akola me book construction. That is not the time. But 2019 August to September, a month beer. You know, my mother fell sick. She had a stroke on me here.
Wow.
And then me fimi ma me nchen e de me offer say amedina banso kwa ejuma. Na ma sign any accident. Me car sabi akobo obi.
Wow. Two troubles.
Ama nipa krono efim.
Wow.
Yes, nipa krono tena se we film.
Wow.
You know, and there were little issues between me and my wife.
Wow.
Inti ekoye
Three troubles,
one God.
Wow. And they were all major.
And
imagine
yet, no minor.
Yes.
It got to a point. Nami mami, she has to be 2 in 1 at the hospital.
Wow.
Nipa bakun to me.
Yeah, and people here will understand. That means the person is almost like a tomato.
Inti Reverend Enokusi Chiramatin, Roman father, Father Obaha Nansana, Father Ephraim. He saw me and said, "Hey, Uponashna." No, was it wedding, Papa?
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that's exactly what he said.
That's why.
Was it wedding? I'm say, Father, and yet day I'm wedding. But if you be on say antina dynamic, as sometimes say in some to na bibi two abrabomua. Obi otenchen si o de ne boni so akatua no wanya. Ba say nyame tua nipa so bon nipa ye boni so akatua. Ka de o kasa a kire no ko wu ya chew. Nti sometimes one hwe ya nipa no kra be ma strength na wo no. I am dead before you even start walking.
You wouldn't be able to rise again.
So, but so we will be a until now can be say you have to know yourself.
Yes.
So when you yourself, you know your conscience. Ontine bad bonina ebi awa ya nya no so akatua na nyame de aba so. Sometimes ya na me bisa me ho say ene job bone be na oye na nyame ma bo nsam kwan ma no so no twe. And I say the Paul ka say sanka ye treneni ye de tia asase so na nyame hwe so a kamenu mienu ka have been struck dead ka obi antiase. But it is by the grace. But asam towa wan hwe ya nipa nkasa be ma wabama bu because everybody will say oh akwa or the boy ninti na say aba no so.
And you know, it reminds me of the story of the Good Samaritan. If you believe, you see your mom way no Jericho ni Jerusalem cry. It's a difference in elevation. I listened to that sermon from Pastor Menso Tabel. Say when you are falling from grace to grace, that's where people will even leave your side.
Exactly. Job as a man make. Job was a wealthy person. Exactly.
Exactly. For taking everything away from him.
You know, sometimes situations come in your life
so that you have a testimony.
They don't deserve to be part of your life.
I agree.
Because when you go and enter into such circumstances, situations are tough. No, those who will be there for you, those who really care about you, those who think about you, and your mom said about chance of pensem. Exactly. Situation you know, getting courage to come out of situations are unbearable. Everybody will think, say, and you know, media do maybe someone na me tea.
Obi kra hu ni ye nya TB wo be TB am oba da ben oba the ben wa be for
manu. So but you know, sometimes and I like what you said the last time, say know yourself and your conscience.
Exactly.
So wakumam nipa bia nye pepepe nipa bia won nan so but won for the most part say wadwene muti unni obi wadwene, your conscience are clear. You are a human being. You are prone to making mistakes in life. Everybody does.
Oh, of course.
But for the most part say won nipa ho bone now who said they are to no, it is part of life. Yeah, na for the most part na dia ya na ye hu ni say abrabona ye bono bibi to ya na e say Ghana baby infinity me mama me papa mabusuani me ofa me nana we I am the type of person whatever happens to me, I take it say it is the will of God because of my faith.
Yes.
Say nyame percent to me na to me. God knows I have the strength to be able to scale through.
Gone there. You see the passion what they can. I believe in destiny. Shebrani idea. Say God wanted those things to happen. Now what you are working, you see the passion. Yeah. That we keep listening. Sometimes you speak like courage is blah blah. But when you see your own situation, and I told you last time you're on that street, I told you did this thing really happen to you? And you don't seem to have even had a vivid discussion with me.
People see me,
you say them and
they're amazed.
Yes,
like, really?
Yeah.
National said they city now say me, said they city Opo National say me.
Yeah.
Opo National ni.
And they were in quick succession. So it was like a period of 2 months. I mean
2 weeks.
Yes.
Not 2 months.
Yeah, because
2 weeks.
September, August, September. But yeah, within some 10 days. Yeah, me and sometimes if you want me to vivid, chat about 10-14 days. All these 3
in
events.
succession.
Yeah, exactly. So we are there because we've all been through. But that one, you see, and like a roller coaster, you've seen the highest moments. When we were back in Ghana, we crashed there, fine, they were trying moments, but now you've not tasted sweetness. Yeah. You felt it was a process. But what you mean, what you mean, citizen, all of a sudden, they're not drop it. Now you lost everything. I know the passion how they can, but like I said, Nyakopon pesesi. So that now to radio someone encourage you, be able to catch and say, you know what I've been through. If it had been you, might not have the courage.
Exactly.
But Nyakopon will be want to mean swine. I mean farm out.
And
so just see that
even
part.
Let's look at the example, even apart from me, and we have 2 typical examples to talk of from Unity Radio Studio. Yeah. Nana Sabre Kra. Time Nana Sabre better krum ha bre. Afi wanya krata o ko Ghana ba. Okay, no oba obedu airport yes waware ba kwa odi kan ware ye na ahwehwemu kwa hu se na enye tie ntimi ma nwura kro nimbim, and then Nana was shipped out back to Ghana.
And it was so strong.
For Dauruma, yes, restaurant say, you knew about my radio in Chaika, a community service. Yes, so much. Say, ya da jebetana, Timomwa, Usta 40 boy, Yizika, Emia de Cobuana na Sabre. But one idea Yamia, and the Worcester from Piebo, and they have dream panel or some pa. Now Sabre do some the Ghanaian community in Worcester. Ochi Uber and they survive. But Jai Uber no better be for 4 hours at the Bay show just to share the knowledge in the with the community and to update them on news, any events.
Yes.
Worcester for boy and then Yamia Dom Nana Sabre when you Juma kama.
A big man.
Big man.
Very big man. Ghana no friend and Yama bet me I am
big man Ghana. So as I see Crown say be our cast of America cry. A be obeka so mapim. So and so when Nana Sabre you didn't call Ghana no ye mubi ya say a branch was the co university now and
you know there was a time na me no call Walmart no so call baba in the law he has to do 2 years community so you can imagine that
Asabre any Leon and say you are in a law many as but Leon is doing it right now
exactly
now na me Asabre plan back me na my join
so you have plans
me masters in communication, me masters in law. So I was contemplating. I wasn't set for it. I want to confront the only maths in economics, only the math in economics. So now Oko Ghana need naba
exactly.
Yes,
but you also ask courage. Me got to Ghana. Yeah, Kasani SLS. Charlie, me because you spent like 10 years here to acquire what you've had.
Exactly.
And maybe be acquiring when you all the opportunities here in Ghana. But I want to see him Kumasi. We sat down over drinks and he was laughing. You see, you need that courage. Once you lose that courage and hope.
Let me be very open today. I had an issue with my wife.
Yes.
4 days. No, 4 days time. Me my stroke. 4 days after my wife leaves home.
Yes.
2 weeks after me, I made that hospital that St. Vincent. My Kotran home fiti anopan na numerous 7:30 something. Made me offer say Kwajuma Lincoln Street.
Yes.
So, and I'm a car Bobi.
Yes. So
within 2 weeks, and some no to so.
Yes. And an American chronologically
2 weeks.
Wife leaves home, your mom gets stroke, you kill someone. No, with no fault of yours. So basically, courage and hope. I think these 2 messages you need to carry them. If you are under the sound of our voice, at the right time.
So sometimes this is why you need. That is the reason why I'm saying say courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. So situations here make a dream maybe Manucho, when you go into such situations, sometimes you are by yourself. No, I withdraw, coil out, feel nipem. What's the why bones say? Voices, they catch we say, oh, you've lost it all. They say, then crown abe, we are say, dear biom naka until you say you be hearing voices. Said do yourself even harm. You say, oh, nipa we say, oh yeah, oh my me cry yare, where I say into cry, oh yeah, you know. But when you gather momentum and say, no, I have better things ahead of me than what the voices I'm hearing, that is the courage. When you don't give up, when you don't stop, when you don't have the strength to move on, that is what we call courage. So and you know, and the NH for channel, they be our some be a sikasan, be a jumasam, a be a new man, be a investment, be a masika, be a come now expect much bigger returns. And ye, Abusian, ye no channel penny say, and penny for in the Nyansa, almost umuya, unimnia obenya, and now umuinswa, uade. Into another no can say courage. Share nipa be bua bem into strength the besa. Nipa be discourage you. Nipa be kumbra umuye. Nipa be kambra umye wano. But I'm here to encourage you this morning. Say going on when you don't have the strength to go on. And only your friend say courage. And Rich way auto squad daruma ena wade Nkranche sembre anopa bia say ye no enche nti misro se wo driver's license we Worcester ha Rich way from na ni omo nkasa ombeboa number no 508 said the bia meka no 459 1331 508 459 1331 o from a o se o tin o Unity Radio na wako na so akwaje odie nyami inshallah omama chemfo say absolutely bro he was just attesting to what I was saying say courage nipa be ku ansa na wawu omo de omo no be kan ya wonkan me say manucho me tensem na my drum maybe on obi a me wo fie no na and I'm being very frank because asem sia oh uka bia now they are sheni penkran me it's my own personal story
personal life you be nko concern
edumre bi manu me wo fie na ya friend me say hey what did you some say yes Worcester for say me can bo obi no me si me kume ho ama me da St Vincent Hospital kamenu maduro wo se me kume ho ama police for atwa me ho ahia
the chroma cry no see misdemeanor cause we send ya sem foforo
me chef and somebody calls me no be a friend Kofi Ajay Kofi also you are for us
exactly
or friend no yes yes opoka bo bi ama ya chena tumo po da police station Kofi Ajay yes opona shame na ne kasa ye ni me ofi adana accident ni see no me call police station say I only owns asem say so kokko statement me need 5 minutes to police station and am kwa na be see me fie da now Worcester for say me dem me dem because there was pressure on my phone number na me use na man for free so that number was off yes me dem me ya jimmy phone to me dem a whole lot of issues but until I make a say sometimes no enya bibia ye normal na maba no pabosio so yes no when it is abnormal for you to be here and you come that is what we call courage enya when things are normal me come adwuma ba me bom 8 hours me say me when it is abnormal everybody thinks no it's insane for you to be here you show people say you have courage and you know the God you trust and you know yourself and you know your conscience what I know
and our job demands even when you are in the midst of pain you have to let people smile and be happy and that's the courage you talk about
I would Isaka Olumai I was share all the way from Sunyan Omama Cham from Rante
very good morning
and so share nipa bebre mo ama join no Facebook ni na encourage us my dem channel no say courage no ne say wa ho den no asa obia nipa bua you see wa ho den na be san mfi wa ho so why mentally why you strong no nim who you are and what you are after in this world and nipa be define your life amount you be bua bam
when you lose the courage you've lost everything the hope and courage you see this thing they go hand in hand say don't lose that courage when you fall now when you have courage to get up and move on that means in any other catch I'm saying you need that courage and you can build it yourself and I'm catching saying you can know yourself better than yourself and you are the best weapon to fight the battle nobody
until me onza me can say e duru ho a and na hu nipa oni omonam you know that
one there me the pa
nipa bi okrom ha na me feel say nyame de one nyankopon de oye nyina yeja but in human terms no me yiri free ho a na me susu say we mu ayonkofa me ne omo woni chenua but when you get into that point and now who say nipa no ko ba no either one the obenya feel ho either 2 so no nam kwa either 3 or no nam kwa no or power shares here.
Yeah, he thinks you are going too fast.
Maza.
I was saying, me carry an see the story of the good Samaritan. Show and can you no credit. Say nipa no onya problem no omunya betwe mu even pastors the brothers no say yes into me obika say na say me 2014 I'm the 2 million for into when I'm under stress I'm to be for binuma kaza I'll hear from you maintaining kabe man ma say am say that story is always true. Yeah, of course
those things should strengthen you
and it will help you sieve them when hunya say man na ya no sisi anu hunya sa kwa we die me na ya ka
dynamic catch you say enipa binum a me pese me bodin.
Oh yes,
ebi mo homo
they know themselves.
Ana min susu kra say meni omo pemasem sa na min susu say they think about me.
Yeah,
it proved me so wrong when I got into this
mention your name when you pay your deal say
at the appropriate time. Exactly. One day,
yes,
Memo will be a host me and then I'll tell my story and then I'll narrate the whole story. Now I shall be crying.
It's a show I love to host. This is
just a tidbit.
Series. I mean,
one day,
mini Hall of Fame. I mean,
one day we'll talk about this.
Yes,
one day.
Yes.
Unity Radio 103.9. And if you are going into the weekend, we need to encourage you and motivate you. But my main car say Yennfa Adwene or China Jumedi and Beba so we are 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Yeah, weekend be a Yennfa Adwene Jumedi na Debremo until LIZZY or China or the Jumedi no beba. Makato say Unity Radio ya the Jumedi no ahodon bebre edi ebebremo into China my Yennfa to and him say until LIZZY any Yennfa Adwene Jumedi team ni nyina China omode ebeba ntia na washa nso na watumi join show no chena omo say de omo ba behwe no sickle cell disease any blood groups sickle cell disease aya na yenmu bebre ho kra yenim emoja no group a yewom na say yare a ye prone to nti ochena ni nyina no until LIZZY any Yennfa Adwene group no e de bebre mo patients or ye registered nurse ebeba na eduadadu jamfe ono no ye MSN so ho na afi Michael Quarting ono so ye BSN tienim defo no wochena omnu behia Yennfa Adwene Jumadi ni so quickly yen hwe se de na Worcester weather report no ebesi akọ na wahu se de wiem besia afa nti upia bonten a na wahu se de obesi esi okai se weather report no pa bia de bro no Mr. Danso any Dan Auto Repairs Adaroma na omoma ye de bremo sesi anopai so wasi forma at 25 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels like 12. And then you be 20s. Time I be kosro no be 3 p.m. 2, 3, 4 and a 5. About 30 degrees Fahrenheit, but 11 p.m. downtime. You be 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Intene awobe so we see from mpacho no esi onhuye na wahwe. So humidity right now at 28%. Said the weather city no. And to break down right now at 25, but it feels like 12. But maximum by 30 degrees Fahrenheit and minimum by 23, and that'll be around 11 p.m. Weather report on the Dan Auto Repairs or down so. Ena amaye de bro into we Worcester ha na washa no so said ya etie enso so eno no ochame kwame I say Opo and Ken Manucho greetings guys ya Joso yanso ya chao chame yirize ohun eye ene abusuafo a mo hwe Facebook nyina ya chia mu nyina ya da mu nyina ase se mo join yen quickly yantinsi agopramaso na yemfa agudi unsam kakra ya boaboa no emfa emremo na mu hu eye senior enranso sports news enso esi kofaye me boss wa pe ehwa na Manucho de nsaguniti adan asufo na ni anye
o ye niji obebi ba se bia e say you need Japan no say e dey dey in serious but I mean Liverpool is also hard.
Okay, stand up for the champion on Unity Radio 103.9 abuja for mamu achema makwa ba ebredu sa no penso agudi wonsema ya boabo no ye de bramo ye de se da PSA ma Anochi Chrome restaurant se ban se opeduane papa di jollof rice bankuni tilapia suya Ghana aduane bia wa wonim dada. I don't have to talk much. 687 Millbury Street and na ubisa na omama achemfo se Anochi Chrome branches mienu we Worcester na hin no kwa obeka che se 2 Coast Square adan a ho ye je brabedi de dipa yenu abema ye friend se adusa enra o predict se Chelsea ebe wini 1-0 no ene okwa Anochi Chrome 2 Coast Square na wakodidi ho free of charge bra na beto aduane ne didi aduane a ede papa na nkoye emfa amount otayechi ene ede agudi unsam ede ebro sanso ne ede aseda mu odin pa edema Ralph Roofing nyamia yi wadom no asidan wo Ghana na se opro bia ma na boso ama ma ka kire se edan so bo na ye very technical se woni mu anchense no kra no ye bebu because size ni coating ni ade no technicalities ni wom but the enim no na ya so na hwe no e na ye recommend no ede na ma eno ene Ralph Roofing nti ene ya me no we ka say de me pa cho wetumi afre Orura Ralph e wo 0549 315 774 0549 315 774 na ene Ralph Roofing kasa na omwa na onsu etumi ebo dan so obema coloring correct coating ni be koyie nti ensuo awio o dan no color na yede be ma no empepa o ene wudi adanse se bi mu bo mo dan so Ghana 10 years kura ma na color ni nyina pepa me pa che wo mo nko ba bi papa eno nti na ye kanfo Ralph Roofing e de ma se bra na ye ma coating papa na ye ma chance papa na ye ma dan so papa ma na bibia so etumi enkonkan ene otayechi ana yede agudi ohunsam no ede bro sanso ene yede aseda PSA ma Anochi Cold Store L54 ene 58 Hamilton Street udi udwa 54 Hamilton Street Ghana nuane ne Ghana bibia pebia ko bi adwene bibia uto wi ana okutwa onam no enam no to bebre fakusio kama salmon redfish and manucho favorite fish ne den
Pompano fish.
Pompano fish. Eno zubenya bi ewo Anochi Trading 58 and 54 Hamilton Street. Brand be du dwa nyina ewo Anochi Trading. Ono so bo enchidom ene de agudi unsam ede ebro ene anopen ewo eye Anopabosio so Sansu any idea that PSA pa my Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon. Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon sebra na onse se utinu nyi uti fe emfama na bibia nso ntumi nkonkan olusimin kanche se bra no utri obeyin fe enso edi ama na bibia konkan enso uyuti no na uye shopping papa nso ewo ho Yennfa Adwene kesi PSA nso ema Ralph G Man Driving School. Ralph G Man Manucho our best friend.
Yeah, Ralph G Man.
Ghana ni ba watch driving with France, Germany, Holland and odi abedu America. We be driving school. Oba oka onuga pa ote. Oka
Sanikobe.
Aigbe ya kan say.
Mebede mebede ebe ma. Ebe.
Eno so ote. Oka mfante Oti. Every onya bilingual.
Yeah,
multi-language.
Multi-poly-language.
No any Ralph G Man. I say so what we can be unim Canada na person or sponsor or pass test na easy. What you are calling kakra pese or boa kakra and also easy. Friend 774-329-3271 774-329-3271 Nene Ralph G Man Driving School Nkasa Ghana niba no more na kasa bia ote na otumi ama car kan so aye dream come true ewa America e the amount ono so eta yechi na ene yede agudi unsam ede bro many more are on the show but before ebrebe BT no yentinsi agoprama so na yensha ase me no we kasa de Kumasi Asante Kotoko eni abre dendende se de omuboboko ne kono esese omuye bibi na omu modernize omu ho ene Kotoko is set to secure the services of former Real Madrid youth coach friend say Kiko Martinez Lopez as the team senior team head coach. Information exclusively GhanaFootball.com. Edi ababetu eja enono. Na Kumasi Asante Kotoko started the 2021 football season with coach friend say Maswe Konedu and on the back of dry run and omu eyi nedi ya sesi amino eka say Johnson Smith and I take you over due to the fact that Karela, the ex-Karela United manager no does not have a CAF license, a certificate. Abdul Ghazali has been registered as the head coach for the Kumasi-based club. Now on the hunt for a new head coach. Reports exclusively Ababetoja Unity Sports Desk ibiaba kan sachere say Kotoko nia bredendende amako piem was Spain former Real Madrid youth coach friend say Kiko Martinez Lopez ana ene Kotoko ni di nkomo akwa achiri da achi bia say wie pe ya obetumi ababaye Kumasi Asante Kotoko so head coach na eno so ensemo a ene atumi ababeto edwa eno no Nyami ya March na 6th of March aye Ghana da ponkese broni beka say Independence Day na edakro na ena aye Ghana National Under 20 team Black Satellite wamo so ene oman aye from say Uganda edi airborne or the finals of the Under 20 African Cup of Nations neno kana nyame eya adoma emrante ni nyina asema mo kan se ochena koye dapon da kese wo Ghana bakusemu na Ghana se gina kono ebo final ne de se dabi wo ho a awaso mutumi gi sa African Cup of Nations under 20 edition no na eye memorable na eye dachna nti kwan bia so coach Alfred say Abdul Karim Zito ene ne mrante ne say Ghana fo nyina mfa mpa ya mu oden ene support mu oden pa entire omachi na omu ebema oman no so eni age na eno so edia eni atumi ababeto edwa enso so ewo ho eno no na abrante ba ko a uko Black Satellite mu a obo no homodi power the ongoing under 20 Germany based abrante friend say Josepho Barnes osi akan ye pa na say under 20 ball a obo no onye na adwin say obo under 20 nko ana wayira wose ni die so ni say obe represent Ghana ewo the highest level eno ene ensama ene so etumi ababeto dwa na oto ne nsem so na woka se ono bo obom no abrante friend say Cristiano Ronaldo ene Messi wo mo ene ye no idols omo mienu de da bia so oti computer ho ehwe mo skills ne omo technique ene goal scoring abilities no se ohwa ne se eye ohwe na eno so ede a ene ababeto edwa enso so ewo eno no Crystal Palace manager friend said Roy Hodgson so the Ababe Tuja said he was worried about a possible injury relapse for Ghana midfield defense Jeffrey Schlupp during Wednesday's Premier League draw with Manchester United. Ubeka Jeffrey Schlupp will practice treatment room. Bosumi maku mienuni. Na fe na watumi make it comeback against Manchester United. Na obemu 84th minute substitute at the the Crystal Palace team from say the Eagles. Na game ni nyina akwa wie no bia anshebi. Na Roy Hodgson say Abrante friend say Jeffrey Schlupp modern for this season has been phenomenal. Upra no afini ye panti enra. The entire one final start game na wamana mamuntem no suro san hwe ya na ni pra no atumi asan akwa emu akoka enunti ena ama na mfa na amamu entem ye call back to Kumasi Asante Kotoko dia ene ya me no say Kumasi Asante Kotoko have been ordered to pay $36,000 in 6 days or face GFA's RAF. Now Asante Kotoko have a deadline to pay 4 former players around $36,000 in the next 6 working days or face the wrath of the Ghana Football Association. This is as a result of ruling Ghana Football Association's appeals committee concerning former Kotoko players Ivan Ayuku Tete, Matthew Kevin Andor, Evans Owusu, and Abbas Mohammed. Players no a petition status committee of the GFA say idea Kotoko omu various contracts omu ni omu wono Kotoko breachy no ena name me pacho the status committee no etenase no womodi ababetu dwa se Kotoko omuhwehwe ensem no mu no womu etumi edifo. Now the PLC subsequently sanctioned Asante Kotoko by slapping fines and placing a transfer ban on the club. Now Kotoko appeal against the decision of the player status committee. When say Kobasa player status committee edi kan di asem no tomudi omu ruling by no and the Kotoko say there be intention bi abem and omudi call appeals committee. Now so na omudi call no appeals committee no decided say Asante Kotoko are to pay the players a combined sum of 204,600 Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to $36,000. Now the club was given 7 working days to settle the players, for which failing to do so will see them referred to the disciplinary committee for the necessary action to be taken. In Tikotoko Real Madrid former youth coach ama oabe coach omutimeka Kiko Martinez Lopez no na appeals committee of the GFA no so the car aswa almost $36,000 7 days womuntua emfa ema players a medi omudin so ebetutu dwa no na eno so edia enein betumi ababeto edwa enso so ewo ho eno no aha Unity Radio 103.9 agudi onsama no pa bia yeboaboa no ede ebrem no eno na wasogusu a utie no na de tie ene se sesia ne de quickly yenko na yenkonkohwe amanone nsam kakra yeboaboa no enra na yemfamrem isam time constraint nti na yemfamrem ne mu ma yemfa wentu manim se Inter Allies are appointed former Ghana Black Stars International Felix Abuaji say ene ono na ye assistant coach nti Felix Abuaji ababe Inter Allies assistant coach na eno so ene ensema ababe todwa free Inter Allies enso aso ye enra ye de tumanim se Ghana Premier League no ade a na matches ni bi ekoso den na enye England nko a ena na games ni bi koso so kopiem ewo other leagues ni so a na ebi koso na enra emu ye bomfrete de pa na ekoyie pa the magic of Thomas Tuchel na yenko ne yenkohwe Italy Mbacho Inter Milan HSSC no Serie A no omani abre dindindin se omo ebeji enra Brent fan se Alexis Sanchez she 2 goals eboy ma Inter Milan etwa Parma ekamienu ema Parma tumiti ekanamu eye baako na sesi asa uko Italy na akokohwe paadi a Inter Milan ene omani abre a sesi omo edinkan ewo Serie A nim 59 points AC Milan tosu mienu 53 points and Juventus atoso miensa omu ewo 49 but my infant to a team for him say Juventus about 1 match less than Inter any Milan it is a Juve an outstanding game no cry on about 24 no 49 obeko 52 it is still our third position wa and obedanti Inter Milan are on course to dislodge Serie A champions Juventus ntienra Italy so game my course so ewo ho eno no na kopiem ewo England nso dia na mepacho Premier League matches mako miensa ena enra course so Tottenham Hotspur etumi ejinai any Fulham ekon yes woni pani beko na wano pasorium Fulham eshe goals mienu ni nyina were disallowed. Second goal was chalked off for marginal offside and a first goal no a handball na Manucho enra your cry has been answered. Yes. IFA omo mo hwe mraso English Premier League no omo samra no omo say there's a player to say enra goal na yanyo Fulham for goal no it should stand. Yes. And he say enne almost samra no. Yes. And I say penalty so as I say a deliberate handling and now say what stretch on sano to an unnatural position.
Yeah, and then I need him no more the back account say offensive player but sa run up to a goal kwandia and it didn't make sense because the hands are part of the human body and you can't make it invisible just because
enra goal no
oh yeah, it should be a goal because player nsa da no ho
by no fault of his.
Exactly. And inside the crank body in the beji. So it didn't make sense, but like I said, IFAB for no my role in me said they don't want to create controversy. Once it touches the hand, let's not debate it. But I think common sense is prevailing. Say once the hand cannot be taken off the human body, it shouldn't be a reason for this thing. So it's a lot of good news, but we are not time
and Fulham sure 2 goals. One was chalked off for offside now one so a brand inside that one who's a born neighbor now so go if you but said the medical there can I5 for us some rano into Premier League no going forward no said see a penalty any infringement with handball no and sign kakra so ebebem Liverpool any Chelsea the end before that no Everton switch says your money brace this year top 4 share West Brom away kabakwa West Brom and to me auntie the match of the day we are seeing in Thomas Tuchel Chelsea's against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool the no be abisa say statistics and I said you break it down head to head mamono na there Jurgen Klopp or your head of Thomas Tuchel but Manucho once and I made a significant point say teams are not Tuchel Klopp this Tuchel no na minds need Dortmund difference in this one
exactly but
because say as of comparison and master class he's being hailed all over maybe BBC Sky Sports everywhere
but you know one person I'm not enthused because Liverpool are not performing so well and your game and you expect those exciting moments in any Liverpool at time in the Premier League since 28th December wow the Miami they've not won there. So it doesn't. But
does that matter? Arsenal have not won a game.
No, it matters. As in, it doesn't matter because Chelsea won. My analysis.
No, your analysis.
My analysis is based on the fact that the game was supposed not to live up to its billing because Liverpool on the downward side. If Chelsea can be Liverpool like this was yesterday, and they did. It's more like for me a normal day for a good man in the office.
Yeah,
it's not an upset.
Yeah, Arsenal had lost 4 consecutive or 5 consecutive games before meeting Chelsea. But Enra will be the message about on Facebook.
So Arsenal was able to do a 3-1 over there.
3-1 over Chelsea. So you think will be the message by say big games and far from
no, it doesn't. Then you see,
it's big games for form guy the one Arsenal would have never beaten Chelsea. Because that time I for so many 6 games on winning.
Football doesn't follow logic, but the point is that as an analyst sitting here, I don't consider what happened yesterday as an upset. It was bound to happen. It was just like Gazim in Ghana, President Kaino. It was bound to happen. I mean, really? Oh, it was bound to happen. And I'm catching us at Chelsea.
But Sky Sports, I didn't know.
I catch us a game about Diamond Chelsea. It's on Monday night. Everton Chelsea. You know why people lose.
So now you choose Everton over Liverpool.
In terms of form guide and run up to these games, Everton Chelsea is a bigger game than Liverpool Chelsea. I told
Really?
you. Oh yes. Now, currently. And no man Shemanka would have had a lot of unkind words for you, but I feel like my backward kindergarten school about Michael receiving.
Man, your team be a blip in form. It happened to
That's
City.
what I'm saying now.
I mean, your question. It happened to City. It happened to Arsenal. It's happened
United.
to Chelsea.
That's
it happened
to
to United.
That's happened to Juve.
Exactly. And are you telling me, say team kasiye nya blip in form? Say Untimi bounce back in a big game.
I didn't say that. What I'm telling you is that run up to this game, it had lost all its significance because Liverpool are flying on a very low speed. That's all I'm telling you. That Anfield, which was a fortress,
they can get something to as a springboard, just like Arsenal did.
They can, but I did analysis, told you that Chelsea will beat them because that game is not. For me, it's a misnomer. It's a no match. It should have even been 2-0 due to some flimsy reason. Away. So for now, you might man, I want to mention so it's about money Everton. I've been emphatic here. That game when we now come and praise you, but I'm not at the end there. It doesn't deserve any word from me.
So now, Obiaji team said Liverpool is on downward spiral
for now.
But do you believe that
strength in over 18
Liverpool is on downward spiral? Until Liverpool team right now, no, Ukoshiana, Usro Everton, Liverpool team right now.
Yes, currently, personally, I think Everton with their coach and kind of players and what Richarlison is doing now, no, they are bigger bets than Liverpool. Maybe you feel that like anyway. Baumia, you have the stats until you don't want to look at the nitty-gritties of the story. But me, I'm sure nitty-gritty is not there. I think Anfield has lost. I'm going to strength in Yaji's league in the last season, 18 points off. For me, the records, they keep breaking their own records. I mean, a championship winning side, 5 teams at home, Premier League winning
5 defeats consecutive.
I mean, at home, it doesn't really work. It doesn't.
The
make
last
sense.
time they lost 4 was 1928.
Over 98 years ago. Over 90 years ago, not to be too specific. Over 90 years ago.
100 years.
1928. No,
22 is the same in terms of
100.
Yeah, and normal cast over 100 years. Yeah.
So you see, it's. Not to take anything away from
but
Chelsea.
there is seen running the BNC that say Omolusu.
Yeah, 5 teams at
and now we are first defending champions of the Premier League.
To lose 5 teams at home in a
5 games at home consecutive.
Exactly.
Yeah. First defending Premier League champions.
So you know the records does not favor them. Not to say upsets happen in football. Even to me, I say dolly should happen. But the point here is that Chelsea did well. They played the game of their lives. I mean, Christensen for the first time. I really love this composure.
Yeah,
Rudiger was playing like a man.
Sky Sports.
Kanti. I mean.
Sky Sports, goal.com, all football,
major tabloids in there.
Say, DB undroppable. It is undroppable Christensen.
Oh yeah, I mean Christensen. It looks like a fine one, just a bit lax in terms of.
You think he's getting to his peak now? He's learning his lessons. Refers to Thiago Silva. You think that Thiago influencing because Christensen akasa about Thiago Silva, Zuma akasa, Rhys James akasa. Only Rudiger, I mean, who say
no, but you can't write off the experience of Thiago brings to the training grounds. Yeah. I mean, he's a big calmness. He's a legend. They'll look up
Chelsea
to him.
Defense, no. First, no, now more panic.
Yes,
when they are being attacked, but now they are
a bit calmer.
Bobby Okromunye Chira, me first say they should
no because because the whole team is playing well.
They are passing right from the back.
You see, defense starts from attack. Any good team, no. Timo Ben Amuni Adinya, Timunya, you could see a market game. Maybe although it's not really being expected in that regard. But Osha even Ziyech, they come back to defend. It's virtually no. The whole team keeps pressing now. There's not much pressure on them. But their confidence is soaring. That one I can't run. Christensen, a ball playing defender.
Yeah.
It has never
Which
been.
Which is why Barcelona had wanted to buy him.
Or he's comfortable on the ball. Anytime he's on the ball, yes, I boom like a Zuma. Now Rudiger too also knows how to do the pull out very well. On your ball, rim. That confidence, and yesterday he did a very good job on Salah. Salah played only 62 minutes, and anytime he had the ball, man to man marking. Yes, you realize that Amoy is zone now for him. So Salah never had opportunities to turn. Salah got 10 on there. Obenya better over you, but Rudiger made sure that he stood in less than 1 yard away. Money more interesting, but so I think I'll give it to Tuchel. He's doing well. He gradually 10 games
and
without a loss.
BBC goal say this same squad that Lampard defensively was leaking, why has Tuchel done well? That was the question they were asking. They were doing the analysis.
I think he's brought the confidence back because some players, in China, some players were saboteurs.
Were revitalized.
Players like Jorginho, Scalimox, together with Rudiger. Rudiger also had his own. Alonso was the
outcast.
Yeah, the 3 players that I wanted: Odoi, Jorginho, and
Rudy.
Alonso.
Rudiger too was
part, but the triumvirate looked like the more noise. Well, Rudiger put their number. We didn't know there were points that
Alonso the Rudiger,
yes. But all of a sudden, these are the players who are doing the magic for them. So sometimes people feel that is this saboteur? He couldn't psychologically get them to play for him. All those things. And
rounds and I'm sure post match and now almost saying the man, call. NBC game no
player man to man.
Almost the man management,
it's better.
Almost a baller. He doesn't go to the field straight. He speaks to the players on the bench first.
Yes.
Grab embrace you Obia Kasa and Sana. What is and Robio Kase. That is the best thing a coach can do because those playing are already happy. So they are not the people you go and embrace, but those who are
on the bench and they have the chance. Say strategy. Once I see a weakness and you can do that job, I'll take you to the field. So
why couldn't Lampard do that?
Wenger and Co.
You were always of the view that Lampard not arrogant, and Shu also had. Also had the same.
He couldn't do that. You said typical Englishman. I've been with them for 2 years. I know how they behave.
Oh
yes, I mean within Crowbot and obviously within I mean only in our classroom professors in Crowbot, some of them will leak information to you. It's a Ghanaian in there, then black boy be defense in there. They didn't want to even give you your deserved price in there. And the Ghanaian lecturers will come and tell you, Charlie, it was big, and this woman really fought for you near there in that regard. So
even though you deserved it,
of course, then say then there you tell you chain we na yam go kwachoni and pass only brony oboa. The chance in the BBA FIBA no omunji game team jamana then they are my so in principle. So I think that is what is working for Tuchel this time around. He's able to marshal his forces well, and everybody is playing with confidence. I think that is what is really helping it. And nobody is untouchable. If you Mason Mount has found a new love, even although employee saw and woman is here, so it looks like no position is guaranteed now. Thiago Silva comes back.
Everybody is fighting.
Kezuma, 1 million, you are off the team for life.
Zuma was regular under Lampard.
Kovacic, very brilliant player. He decided not to play.
He didn't play
not to start him. I think later he came on. Not to start him.
But the game had already.
You see, so maybe you see the other truth too is that all Chelsea coaches start well. They do baby, and then I'm only hoping he can be consistent. He's even said that
no coach has done this. Like to say in the first 10 games
without a loss.
Yeah,
I mean the likes of Mourinho Mona,
8 clean sheets.
Mourinho Mona, they can have
Mourinho Kosi 8.
Yeah, but the truth too is that this is Chelsea. And Lampard started well. Lampard first 19 games were so good. No, so like I said, this is not
drawn the Dawson.
Yeah, but there's still time. The good one thing I love about him is that like I said, this season there's for good places. Next season, another challenge for trophies. But it's still early days. You say, "I'm to the Catholic Church. I don't easily believe in 9-day wonders."
Is it the father when you're sorry about?
Oh yes, say fathers don't worry, but you're still your home. They should convince us more. See,
you want to make a reverend father with you.
Let me a disappointed father. Let me call we. Who's 6 years? We do 40 years. I mean to me, na me jai.
Oh my goodness!
because seminary for 4 years. 4 years for me to me.
Ampa.
Your friend me DDY. Disappointed Roman father.
Oh my goodness.
Basically, I think wanting Kiko. I mean, Joaquin Martinez Lopez. It's a good one. Reading the man's little profile is good. I mean, and when you're stinting on the African continent, you Beja in Tunisia. No, I call Bahrain under 19 there. In the national team in Spain, it's more respected. Although coaches senior national team baby, I think Kotoka at this point needs a bit of that foreign influence to build the team. It's the first step
to bring discipline.
Bring discipline and make the team look like a third force or a force to reckon with. It's in principle a good one for them. Now, blast a light against Uganda. It doesn't come in with, and it's interesting to know that Yusuf Barnes, the Sebastian Barnes, no, as I say, he watched videos now. And when I hear some of these things, I think it's very good. Make your kids have more kids, and they will come and do some of these jobs. So it's good. Say Ghana. The unfortunate part is what we said last time. Say I'm going to call for the national competition, but it doesn't take anything away. I think adding this under 20 to their CVs will be good for them. At least it will give them that edge. Say most of them will be graduated into the under 23. They meet us proper and get themselves into the national team. So for me, I think they did not start well, but they are giving us. And Kotoko to pay 36,000, 204,000. So a player status committee, no appeals boys in the court appeals committee. I will told the Kotoko intends to do an appeal at the player status committee. But whatever way, no, I think some of these are local clubs should not take the boys for granted. They need to do that.
Omukoya appeals. And the appeals committee na signed the Abba.
Yeah, we have been told that Kotoko wants to appeal again, but
almost like a review.
Yeah, for review.
From appeal for review.
Yeah, review at the player status committee. But the truth is that if you sign contracts with people, I'm sure we should learn to respect the boys once you sign, because what's your story now? That means Kotoko's side of the bargain, they did not fulfill. That's why these 4 players took them there. So I'm hoping, say, the right things to be done within 7 days in Kotoko. Either they pay or do the right thing. But I'm particularly not enthused because I know a lot of these teams do the bullying or bully boys, to overshadow them. So once some of these things are happening in Ghana, other clubs should set up. Maybe it's not within their time, but we are expecting them to do the right thing. And Juventus, you said a lot of good things about them, but the truth is that I don't think the league is over. About 25 matches, Juventus has 24. They have a game in hand. He said 49-59. There'll be a 7 points gap. There's still 39 points to fight for. So looking at these dynamics, I always feel that Inter Milan looks like runaway league leaders, but I still think having the Ronaldos and co, they'll make it an interesting one. Fabian, we've said a lot about it. I have a problem sometimes introducing the rules in the middle of the season. It's more like Obia benefit, Obia Lucy. So we could have held it on at the end of the season in May or June. We can talk about some of these things, but maybe for very good reasons, they decided to just reform some of these laws. It doesn't really give us a safe landing or get worthy champions. But whichever way, it's not really a good one. What you saw with Fulham were overawed. They were cheated, broad daylight. I've watched it over and over again, and I'm wondering what difference they could have done in that position. So maybe good for it. Then Chelsea, I think we've said much about it. Chelsea did well last night, and or in the afternoon here. One thing I'll say is that it makes the league more interesting. Unfortunately for Liverpool, they are now they are 7th with just 43 points. Even the likes of Everton, 42, Tottenham, they are really chasing them. It's really making even the races for the top 4 more interesting. The good thing is that Tottenham is on fire. At least they are winning their games. They couldn't score. It was an own goal, but whichever way, it was a 1-0 win at the Craven Cottage. Good for them. Everton were also able to get results. It sets up for us to have a very good weekend going into the Monday. But whichever way, Chelsea have done well. They've really picked up where it matters. Now 4th on the league log. Now in the hunt. I'm sure I say at this race, but at this pace and race, they can even overtake the likes of Manchester United eventually to be 2nd. But hey, you know that technically fight for the top 4 or Moshisha in this regard. So it sets it up beautifully. I mean, for me, all the teams down there, the Evertons, the Tottenhams, Chelsea, they are all doing well. So we'll have best of. The bad news is what City sometimes does. We don't really enjoy the race at the top. But whichever way, I think 2nd, 3rd, 4th will also be fought with fiercely. And it puts it up for a beautiful competition, inadvertently, for those of us who believe in competition.
Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. My own Frances say, Opomi winning you. Then kind a couple of messages.
Yes.
Frances say, Opo, we won. Yes, we did. Nana Boateng. I say, wow. Oh my God. Omama Chamfor say, good morning, folks. Audu Isaka say, watching live from Sunyani. And Mama Chamfor make me story. Na ye share your home crown. I say, absolutely, bro. Or Chame commentator say, Opo and Ken Manucho. Greetings, guys. Audu Isaka. Adifi, Sunyani. I say, false line. I say, courage is the quality of spirit that enables one to face difficulty. It enables one to stand danger, stand pain without fear. Have the courage to face every opposition that may confront you. In order for one to progress, he must have bravery in his spirit. Ulma first line at Dubai. Thank you very much. Max Billianana Bafor say, good morning, Opo National. Tell Manucho I won the prediction. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. So how do I benefit free lunch at an Ochikrum restaurant since I'm in Canada?
Wow.
And then we
discuss it.
As all the che. And I said about free Canada. Bet me because I'm out for free Canada. But did you an Ochikrum Sako?
Exactly.
And it's over by the channel for so over foot play or so over for
no banso ben
drive on Zoom.
I'm not Chikrum the Chale one. Would do an audio because watch it the that's in your Ghana nimpo. I've experienced it, so I know what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What they say, Coco.
Yeah. Enti, no. ma yɛntɔn adeɛ baako mienu na emra sesi ana afi yɛnda ne ho na yɛnkonkɔhɛ ba manu twa na wanhyɛ da nka Chelsea elusu ya ko be use be 100 minutes na dia ka Chelsea winning yenti.
It's like a normal day in the office.
Kakra bi wajai.
Normal day in the office. Money about 10
like no mo hu dada. We don't need to. Chelsea nkwan share there we normal day in office. Liverpool share Chelsea and a different day in office. And Arsenal share Chelsea time and Arsenal all poor run no. And they want to say we na say zero. And someone who Chelsea fans no
a normal day in office means I'm overpraising you. Say Manucho wants to tell us that you want Diama said you went there to do nothing. I think you should appreciate that and making Chelsea Liverpool look too big for you. Chelsea
no, you are making Liverpool look an ordinary team.
But the ordinary side, I mean, as far as Chelsea is concerned, Chelsea is like a giant. It's like killing an ant with a sledgehammer. You are the sledgehammer. Currently, there you don't need a sledgehammer to kill Liverpool.
Penifo kan wo say aboa enwa wo hwe ne husu ya ye friend wo tope no kura trodo no wa opoku jemfi wa bin adwumam wanyi aba be ye otope
agabuzu amama yenkoton ade ba akomienu mra ye ba na ye de eye ensema piepie Ghana political nso e de ato anim na ya ba mu de amam na afi ye jadwumade ne de amam a eye modia na bia mbabrin salon edru se ye de amanyosem no ba ne ye ba headline stories ne ade na otayechi brane be UT ufri na bia mo na akopani esiama ho wa unim menu abema danso oyi 3 metri kasa ho bra na beje haircut covid ba yi nipa be bra chefia momutiefu so bra oba no observe protocol show mask kama na aba be UT fefefe na bibia nso akoso person friends so na book appointment a eno so betumi aye na wafre na obuku appointment na waba na yesesi utiri ho de ama me ka se bema de wo ho a ese osesi utiri ho na utiri ho ye fefefe na bibia so etumi ekoso ede ema nti frɛ na bia na ene ne nkasa na ebuku appointment ansa na wako ewo 978 235 3348 978 235 3348 na ene na biam enkasa na ono so NCCU na bibia so entumi enkonkan na biam barbering salon etayechi ana yedi segment we enso ede ebrewo yankoton ade ba akumienu emra na eye Hotel Elizabeth emra sisia.
What a wow, what a gentle akwe hu ofe enti wana yi abrante nice say
enti oba na kanfo be ma say o bro jai no kanfo me every sade pa ne ton ni minyi miti oba bia sa akwa miti mi ni won na bia barbering shop.
Oh sweet guy, well look sexy and I'm the guy be call.
Oh yes, se bani mi hu adwuma o ye best o twa mele sweat backbone and a half bow jacket science sporting waves eye bia bi ye shaving ebrekro bombs bia ema wafono me ye sexy boy ya we ye sexy gay o trasi obetumi atwa ne ho.
Wow, any extra me wo
Shisha Nabian Barbering Shop, our 1106 Main Street, Worcester, MA 01603, Anna Fred 978-235-3348. Nabian Barbering Shop.
woman crop for yes sex.
Oh, Kwanso Jojo. Oh, Kwamwatre. Driver move. Driver papa de was share driving our Raf G-Man driving school LLC sesura kran na sura boto kran na sura kra konkrono sa na sura driver na Raf G-Man driving school wo ba be share driving a bretie bi na wanya driving mu hwehunu abaye driver ni mapa anya driving document nyina prekope every say director ni instructor Pastor Raf Ajeman kofa by our Raf G-Man driving school LLC baye a professional driving teacher ni instructor asa ya pastor wo experience what driving mu wo wabotre I want to boasie I want to tie mu hwehunu wo de obefa driving mu road test na okura posh cars a full air condition na wafa Raf G-Man driving school mo wie abaye driver no wasa register under motor vehicle certificate Raf G-Man driving school our cars papa wo de ma renting for road test asaya evaluation and bookings anyone I want to pass a permit Pastor Raf Ajeman wo 22 years driving ni teaching experience actually driving our maybe to say Germany Holland France and USA asaya be wakasa hoduo mu etikasa bia wo pese mfa nkyere wade no wo de be kyere wo say English o say French say German and Holland kasa ben and the energy akwankyere de so yi na ne director ne instructor a otwa Raf G-Man driving school LLC ano Pastor Raf Ajeman eni kita ho ne be sua driving nyamu experience fra cell phone 774-329-3271 1. Office number 508-644-0651. Fax 508-644-0654. Rav G Man Driving School LLG Ewo 129 East Main Street Unit 6 Webster MA 01570. Website www.ravgmandrivingschool.com. Email rgmandriving@gmail. Rav G Man Driving School. Cobra sum diem ne cobra jojo any niswadi.
Well, no. That day I can't know what can you say. There's no group castle.
Any waka. One mammy buff no paisano. Say that ye Syria, ye pen chance in Bosso. Yennfa KM Raf and chance what the ball would die sunubi. And my dear so, and to make a be me kuno and tiasi. And it's an anu ya, so ya. And from my part, then you so much as a young with the air. Now, the Mama Kuranis and chance in not to send to my booby. Mammy Wuku Naswati. The Kurame can't you. She Britain tell me more midday so as Hannah Mobosi. Midday, ye friend of Petampe, and Zioto, a reable. Between chance in KM Raf. Mr. Obia would hear Mr. Sao Penchance Papa Borda so. I'm a Dana ya Petampia. Freke M Raf. Now, in Como. A daddy, we see you are a ball. A Tibia would be a dad Wogman. It's a say papa Jan and Naso. And chance papa, okay, M Raf or long span. Idea, Euro ties, plainalism. Another kicker home. Nan in chance no would on Sasumwa, who say Edding. A 1 day, a 4-layer coating, 32 microns. Nekala no empada. What on chance here? What the rain got us back home. And they assess is Akanina. Says Nadia Basso, the board down to a friend street trusses. Nina will be KM Raf would near Daddy Cra. A month for a pen chance papa where that's on quantity. Let be any paguso. And the son in chance say papa. Then chance be a baba that's would be a 10 years warranty. If you do not want it, man. Then chance will be a so a 60% losing. Into a bass and from a padano socra. As everybody in any year, that be a Kadana Benhamo. KM Raf, the office of Massa, Blue Getting Quanta, who Remunoa, Abrosesiano, Yennfa or so. The numbers near 0549 315774 and 0202 154132. South KM Raf and Chance in Libya. So the cook must in the bottom was what the case got a chow. I feel correct that no estimating so on your KM Raf roofing. Ukoton Chance about that's why we need case.
For all the latest news, sports, politics, entertainment, health, traffic, weather, and more, listen to Unity Morning with Oppo National, the only morning show you need. Now.
Unity Radio 103.9 busua ya dan ye ho koton ade kakra de aseda kese ema KM Raf Roofing Sanso and Anabiam Barbering Salon so bo enchidom na ebiso akodi ama Hotel Elizabeth omu nyina etayechi ene edi segment edru so edi bro afi ye hwensema apiepie ne ebebobo hu na omampani da President Mahama akasa edi afa Supreme Court ruling enra omu edi ebae no eho na nsembe na omampani da Mahama eka Ocean key picks na amampani jese one Supreme Court Ghana enimu ase ruling no nyaade a oni omo ya adwene ne etosumienu Supreme Court ama Mama Charlotte osai kwan ama watumi IVD chese eno kresese nko beka no Supreme Court a shield no abon ho ban ma adwane ose maame no onsem fata se yema no etoaso eye yisi because wa kire se oye MPP yisi onye omamunu nyina AEC wachere chensem bebre akasa bebre ya beba behwe sansem no eno da nchen so a ene de ebehwe ni bi excuse me de ebehwe ni bi NDC ankasa mu so ntokwa bi koso in fighting between General Secretary Sami Jemfi General Secretary Mbo.
Oh yeah,
Communications Director. Communications Director Sami Jemfi criticized Abambaben Muntaka about 3 parliamentarians.
Muntaka Idrisu.
Muntaka
even Baben.
Baben, yeah, maybe
Baben himself Muntaka and Haruna Idrisu.
And
leadership.
And Muntaka say Sami Jemfi wano na adidi mpenifo atem no. Yeah. Emfa mame so. Ayarga say edi na Sami Jemfi wuye. Unwarranted. Amu nyina kasa ti ebisa say election petition any NDC the ekosu ebeboa na the infighting Koko Ido also akasa or say let John Mahama fight his own battles and leave NDC alone to exist. And also so ehun sem yabe ehwe Now, fight in NDC over Supreme Court ruling and then ministerial vetting. Said the Eddie Kankano. Oko second in so last couple of years, Asamba Kwibi to Dwa ma ye chichichichi womo ewo Ghana. Kidnapper yomo. Na nyame ya adoma yetumi enya omo asabi omo di isa anyambresem ni bi. Na eho ne ye be sha ase di afre. Ene de abeto Dwa ene se eye court ashe se safo na womo ekidnapo ma no yenko na yenko kuomo. A secondary high court has sentenced to death the 2 accused persons behind the kidnapping and subsequent murder of the 4 Takoradi girls. However, the judge has given a 30-day window for the accused to appeal if need be. Samuel Udotuk Wells and John Oji, second accused, both Nigerians, were facing trial in connection with the kidnapping and murder of 4 girls: Ruth Quason, Presla Blessing Bentum, Presla Kranche, and Ruth Abeka, 18, who got missing between August 2018 and January 2019. The 2 pleaded not guilty to 8 counts of conspiracy and murder. After months of fruitless search for the ladies, on January 4th, 2019, relatives, friends, and some residents staged a demonstration demanding justice for the girls. This compelled the Western Regional Police Commander DCOP Benson Redeemer Dedzo to hold a first and official press conference, during which he gave details on how the kidnappings happened. The kidnappings of the girls became a national issue, dominating discussions in the media. Manucho,
yes,
I think, sir, this story relates to you better because we are Takoradi native and Hona issue in ECN. You were then in Ghana, so you might know much about the story. I'm not see a judgment, Aba.
Yeah, I think it has been a running story, just like you said. I mean, it started. I mean, first kidnapping July 29, 2018. Now the last one, and here Ruth Abeka, the last one being Priscilla Mantiaba, Kranche, 21st December 2018, and 15 years. It will show age range in so it's between 21 to 15. So they are virtually girls. They are just prime girls. I'm a bomb brand, like you said. Those 2 Nigerians, you know, one of them, I think the audio tech, you know, and how he became involved in this, you know. Send one of the Rutabaka family, you know, not offer from demanding for money. Into almost sending the first money you work for you, and I'm sending the second one, Cancer Road, into almost so at least he was so close to it that girl Nigeria and I will accuse what the family nature for money, asking for ransom to release the girl. Now they were threatening him. Until virtually he was even put in jail. Ma otumi breaki jail. Wallace audio techno otumi breaki jail. Manusu be huge in Takoradi.
So how was he able to escape?
Escape near there. But I said police or one of the police officers at the central way or Boano, but at least they quickly had to recapture him. And John Oji, also a chain Ghana Togo border. When he was trying to enter Ghana, almost setting up now, and the truth was that, you see, what makes this one a bit more sad is the fact that I remember when CID boss then, Tiwa, ACP, people can pardon me with in a way, and credential Tiwa Akufado, Obaka said the girls are safe, and I knew them only to know that she said that she wanted to give hope to the family.
How can you give hope if there is no hope to be given?
Exactly, and it was huge. I mean, it was one of the biggest statements. It's a dark moment for the family, but hey, we can't cry more than the bereaved. Further on, bones remains to be in Cancer Road, the one with septic tank. Young friend manhole no. Bones so mom so forensic test on it. Say the bones of the girls. As you sit here now, the people are still pleading not guilty. But at least no kind of state attorney, crime attorney, was able to prove yes, your phone so near the home pictures na human score near the baby pregnant woman and moja finance.
Wow.
On the guy's phone.
Their phones.
On the phone, yeah, sure no. No, it was not brought in evidence. So there is that general belief that these people have been doing suspicious acts in Ghana. So it was proven beyond doubt to them that so it is good. Say, from 2018 to 2021, justice has been served, that they've been sentenced to death, capital punishment. It's the say now, at least people ask the president as the first way.
One would ask, sir, a day in Nebema or what is the motivation? Say, the rituals, and I say, business, and I say, a kidnap or near demand this car. And if that is the reason for doing that, why kill 4 precious girls?
Yes, exactly. Initially, at least for ransom. you kidnap them and you find ransom. But the truth is that social community now when they are not affluent societies. So because you see village owner the obviously can say honum dear. When you be crack say $1 million, I believe you, my family will give, because it's not easy to raise a 21-year-old girl. It takes 21 years for your daughter to be 21. We won't be crowding wages. I mean, losing them and I'm first time, but 7 years or 8 years, so it's a lot of years of investment into a huge ransom for. But these are not well-known, notable communities. Initially, no demand this cap, mine 500, mine 200, if I'm the animal, but to think of they killing the girls now, then the ritual aspect really comes in. That want to make you kill 4 precious girls at that prime ages and put the remains in a very good morning to
engineer. Say channel no she cast want
exactly. Me them could channel there, so him say me them.
Me say them member set up.
So when you there. Say we set up into coach your boss.
We are mechanic now the entire the biako channel no pa no.
And again, e be work obi taking now, obi tuna money be. For you know, somebody wants to know. Yeah, so we keep asking ourselves what will let two of them, and just say they are both Nigerians too. Yeah. So Ghana and Ibimpo has been convicted. Nebeka said they were aided, but for 2 Nigerians to come, some of us have been pleading for this ECOWAS card near the end. Everybody needs to be identified in Ghana, at least for it to work. So the principle is that they've still pleaded. The more I read, and I make sure I read about 5 stories, the evidence was proven every other week. Every time they went to court, and it was more proven that these people, and they had a connection with this, the killing of these 4 girls. And virtually, getting the bones and testing it and knowing that the girls are really dead, I think that justice must be served. Yeah. They have 30 days to appeal. I mean, interesting, because they are foreigners, you don't want it to be like, nah, yes. There's a 30-day sentencing there about 5th March, almost 30 days, based on evidence. They've been given a capital punishment by death. Just that the president will have to append signature to make it legal. Ghana, I'm yet to see some of these things happen. But the rule is that worst case for life. I think they deserve it. Reading initially, and I was one person, I felt that things were being rushed and they wanted to favor some people. That's the conspiracy I had. But the more I read documents and dockets, I realize that these 2 people cannot be left off the hook. The families cannot suffer for nothing. Do
you think there could be more people involved and these people are shielding them to the point of death? Or if you say,
yeah, there should be. Because a bear wants some chupe, but it is possible one person can even be a vagrant, which may sign your wins. I wouldn't sit back and say it takes 5 people or 10 people, and it is not being rush justice. It's happening in July 2018. The judgment is coming in 5th March 2021. So barely like 2.5, 3 years. And I think they've done the sting operation. They've done everything to arrive at this one. Even between the 2 of them, Nampono, there was a time there was a conflict between them. But you say you killed them. No, say I didn't kill them. Stop saying it. And I think that you might not get all of them.
In court and I say
tape. No time I said there's time I could have read
recorded tape,
recorded even written statement by one of them. Or can one say it's my statement, but it's not my sentence. It puts everybody in. I put to you that you said that there's not say my lord, that is my statement, but it's not my sentence. No, so what does it mean? Say your statement there, but because you put a statement.
What is the difference between this is my sentence and this is my
my lord, this is my
statement,
but this is not my sentence, because they had to write they were. But the point here is that they've been circumstantial evidence and they've been convicted.
One of them, Eka say, you killed them.
Yes, you killed them. No, Eka said, don't mention it to me. If there's time, I could have read that little portion for people too.
Very interesting.
Really, oh yes, a running story. Photograph of human skulls bones tended as evidence. You know, one of them phones is your okra skulls in your there. No, besides, say, why do you keep those things on your phone? And yeah, I say, the tablet is yours and you have photo of yourself and your friend Papa as wallpaper. Yes, in the gallery you have a picture of your girlfriend. You also have picture of human skulls and bones in the gallery, and show the picture to the bones and skullery to the accused phone. Willis initially denied knowledge of the picture, but later told the court that it was an artwork. So the more you when put in here, Miss Kilinogo on no state crime, chief state attorney, accused. As accused by a photograph found in the gallery of his phone showing a pregnant woman with a baby sticking out of his abdomen with blood oozing all over. Now the counsel say objected to the question, arguing that the pictures were not part of the evidence, but the court, presided over by Justice Richard J. Frimpong, overruled the objection and explained that the exhibit was in evidence with all its content. So you can imagine a picture of a pregnant woman about finance.
Not just something presumably they do.
Yes, you can see that they really, because I'm one person, you know, I believe in parity and fairness.
Now more be oba onyem.
Yes.
Now
eba finance eba.
Yeah, moja akwalasha ni yem. Now we akwala na so me.
Yeah, you can imagine, and I'm sure that woman will be dead. So if you have a picture of that stature on your phone, how can you discuss it? So I think as much as yes, the court found the medical pathologists proved that the skeletal remains were that of the 4 kidnapped girls. The bill of incitement. Well, the more you read about them, the more you realize that the two, Willis and OG, can't, or say, testimony of interrogate Facebook chats, HMI's bills, statement by Willis, led the court to be satisfied that the accused had a case to answer and rejected OG's alibi of being a Nigerian in Nigeria at the time of the murder. I want to say, John Ojini say, no, there, no, Nigeria, no, Ghana, until Willis Odio take no, so answer, and say, no, you guys were communicating all the time, so he can't do it alone. Now, I wish you could have the basis that what are they doing? I always say, when I quite say systemic, we only uprooting the branch, but more has to be said. What is the real purpose? You see, these are some of the things that we need to really answer, but you can't get everything at a go, because 4 girls, 4 precious little girls, I'm sure even my wife might have been one of them. I'm very, very sure, because you say and the girls are very beautiful. One of them could have been my wife, especially I don't know what Winneba, not about 21-year-old one. No of a pa, Michelle and Kebia Mema left for whoever knows. You see, 90. The more you think about it, the more you realize that these people have an ulterior motive to me establish here, because it doesn't make sense to me to kill these innocent girls, put their remains in a septic tank. For what reason? If it's not ritual. The skulls and bones were all recovered from the place. Now, a septic tank decay near very fast, because these are things a lot of methane gases are in there. It will go faster than just putting them in there. So I will preach for vigilance. What is society? Even landlords, landladies, don't just think about the money. Nigeria no rented down or honum and some completed building and some shame. I'm told it's an uncompleted building. Who was monitoring them? What's a community moon? And some of these things happen. We should be a watchdog. Even Chroma say, but baby, they will see you. They will start giving information, and that is why they are living in some level of crime-free zones. Although I'm not saying crimes are not in Europe or US, America and other places, but make sure baby say cancer road don't tank for area they see na dia bene. It shouldn't have happened. These are typical societies. Obi Chrome. It's just like an Ochi Chrome, Pakosonia. They know themselves. It's a lot of bad news. But for me, justice has been served. The more I read about this time, the bad news is they are still pleading not guilty. I'm saying Yomo, and Ghana is still divided.
I don't think that is the bad news. So Omo pleaded guilty. It's up to the prosecutor to also prove and the judge to make a case, just like he has.
Exactly.
So if they are going to appeal, then they would have to appeal for the 30-day and
proving beyond reasonable doubt.
Win,
because I'm seeing signs that they could have done it, but even the bones that were recovered and they quickly said they are monochrome back in Tardina, there's still that school of thought that how well was it done? Did they call the families were not even happy with it? Justice has been said, but I still think it should be a running story. We should get to the basic.
What basic means?
Well, diffuse some of us our minds whether the bones were, because I've had a chance to listen in Kolani bones, because the parents were not happy. They said they were just told.
Are you trying to say Sebi and Kolano might still be alive?
Alive there, I doubt. So maybe I'm just forced to swallow my words that they are them and case closed.
Okay.
I have to eat my words.
Yeah. Unity Radio 103.9 Opabosiosini. And Tisa Fenado Fidinato, how you can keep your messages coming. Mabawa kidnapping cases started 2018. Running ABC 2019 or Ghana. Titru ni takura deno. Ene oko takura dea. Me pacho secondary high court a sentence mrante mienua. Omu ana yesusu se omu ekum sa mabawa mako and 4 girls. Ruth Kwesi no adi 18 years. Presla Blessing 21. Presla Kranche 15. Ana Ruth Abeka 18. Inti ba kukra de no under age. Yeah, very, very sad. Until 18, 21,
21, 15. Very, very sad. I'm a 15-year-old girl. I mean, how can you?
Yeah,
almost teenagers. Only one about 21. Some were university of
very sad.
Yeah,
future minister, president, whatever, nurse, doctor. Carpenter, medicine.
When there's time, once they already run up to winner. Some of them were through social media.
Civil engineer.
Yeah, civil engineer of repute. About your civil engineer, so on say now but you see, the truth is that some of them were lured through social media. They remember phone 12. Brabishia many. They remember with Juma.
There's a parents in Ghana should educate their kids.
Yeah, educate them.
As a electronic conscious.
Yes. And people
are phone papa just trying to live within our means. So boyfriend so any be the bema just hope for the better. Wa unso betumi atry aboa wonte sa phone ekita no use ni sa na mayenye be share bema iPhone 12 bema we na wadi eno achi.
Yes,
you don't know the people you are going to meet. Strangers
they put you in their car near the end because that's how they did it. I'm not sure they were just walking in say important something. It can happen too, but some of them, the luring comes in being friends with you. They gain your little trust, then they do them. This is mostly their modus operandi. So you are appealing to parents.
The phone, they are showing them. You better grab the phone number. They'll get it back.
Oh yes, now build this our trust and before hotel. Some of them near the energy. Once you start developing, not planning, until one day you don't return. Into that tech service, they be on internet, so no, you meet strangers. And I'm not saying global village now, you can have friends everywhere, but be sure that your safety,
they are identifiable.
Yes, and
they have family.
Always have your safety in your mind.
And then if possible, to say they can say be a boyfriend girlfriend might lead them to get your parents involved, get your friends involved.
Exactly.
Let them know. Say, may baby, I may go and now say this is the person I'm in Nante. Issues happening, no, easily traceable.
Yes.
Who's just like you said, and to say Krumha, omo so advanced there. Ubi this guy, they're not Bob Petrota. Onya some Spanish football player, no boy NFL. Okunu. Yeah. Police for investigate who say it will be or the shoot to be no or tutu nsuom.
Yeah.
Nsuo kesi or tutu.
Investigation. That's the level of advancement.
So, in when American, you be betcha said you be easily caught. Becho.
Na me ewia me battery da me buy no pakro no sat da no sam fie no bia ka no sam say we abrochanka very
so
easy.
Yeah, but
Ghana there.
Knowing our society, knowing our environment, knowing our country, no. As I say, so cautious, especially a man vulnerable. Now,
selfish and wanting to know what is not there. So before one I'm in your phone, I'm 10 plus, I'm 11 Pro. If you go on a beach, beach and share phones are girls. You see that anger
as a competition. Yeah, unnecessary and unhealthy competition.
12 Pro no. I say 1,000. Tigana and HS best 6,000. When we see how you can do 500 cities. So how do you assess that?
You are not living within your means.
So these bad guys are using those things to really get to you. I'm not saying don't work out or don't use them, but be sure, be safety minded. Who can buy one for a car, no call hotel or no call places or no call tourist.
Don't know.
It's very dangerous.
Your blood is going to pay for that iPhone 12.
It's very dangerous. Meet them in open spaces.
Okay.
And then here because this should be a watershed for most girls that it could have been me. You're not wiser than them. Not to say these girls cause their own death, but like I said, generally, how do these guys operate and you're able to get some of these girls and virtually kill them? Be conscious. We were fine. At least you were careful, but still it found you. But don't live your life haphazardly and lose your life just like that.
Unity Radio 103.9 Nabian Barbering Saloon. Etayechi near this segment bro. Sanso ena KM Ralph Roofing. And so boy in Chidom ena Ralph G-Man Driving School. And so Ekahobi ena yede bro. Dan Auto Repairs. Ura danso Otayechi Pampe ena yede segment bro. Nti takra de de no. Dia kwa akusi nti we live to see say 30 days nefu aduasa court ade ama the accused people no omu ebe appeal and I say omu appeal whatever comes out to be a Unity Radio yawa hai yensisi atie for aso ewo ho yebema mo ahu nyina na ye de abramo manucho. Before we come to the election petition no Yennfa Adwene insu issue na nado dan kwakufu ado ye Ghana mampani ese onfa na juma nto honko, even though Domelevo say anka obeto na juma so na ene your friend say hwan azan ai
Kwekwaza professor
Kwekwaza say ofilise as MPP for on the he was specific as I say MPP for concord to document and omode yi Domelevo di ebi mo so kase papa na juma wa ye ene suban wa yi na di no ni din beda Ghana bakusemu forever. People are fighting for him. Do you think it was a step in the right direction? Say Domelevo yamaniko, even though nankani time on soko.
Yeah, Domelevo. You see, there's this we put them in perspective, and the president, once he swears that oath, he becomes the first gentleman of the land, and he becomes answerable to his actions and inactions by himself. Simply put, but Domelevo dia na Ghana's retirement age for public sector workers is 60 years. I mean, it do 60 there. The president can give you special dispensation between the age, but only 60 there. You have to go on a compulsory retirement, and also retirement age soon till you get an appointment, because there's that a school of thought that people are even 70, 60, 80 years now they are holding positions as CEOs near there, but president has a right to put them there because Ghana for now to mandate that they think is the one to lead them to the promised land. The Shokweku where the Domelevo there, he went on 167 days. Anisha man 147 was said, you know, or control letter bina asantibede to press secretary to the president already become 167. So he was supposed to return this early match. And now president as actual another letter. Their command say some documents.
Yeah, I mean, kind of for the benefit of our listeners. So I said the attention of the President of the Republic has been drawn to records and documents made available to the office by the audit service that indicate that your date of birth is June 1, 1960, and that in accordance with Article 1991 of the Constitution, your date of retirement as Auditor General was 1st June 2020. Based on this information, the president is of the view that you have formally left office. Mr. Johnson Ekuamuasiedu will continue to act as Auditor General until the president appoints a substantive Auditor General. Not just any date of birth, no, yes,
and then contention say falsified document. It just say you won 1st June 1960. Now what share way no so an SNET card na G1061 what share by the card no na kwekwaza way no ne argument no what share the card na was SNET number Ghana I chroma say kra no you betum there a lot of details about you. The G gives them say I say then they generating based on information. I say then they generated the
numbers
but Ghana they should follow a pattern. Say G chess Eastern region, A chess Ashanti region. All those things be a will show that one. But me them general Ashanti region tin be call tech tin A I was not born there. But me a woman on by
na me kwa misika no mo fa na ho na me nka me number me
on be yama bo date of birth bo din they will pull it
and na mo de me ka
kwaje but me sure so we na so for 240 months.
240 months,
which is 10 years, which is 20 years.
Man contribute
20 years.
Na man contribute no sa na msika ho mo fama dia.
Omo do wa dia be ma. There should be arrangements. The bar me so be cry. There will be voluntary retirement. But go there and discuss it. I'm sure. In 10 years in the district, in the age is 61. And what share by pa ni SNET number now or year in 1978. He should be it says 161. The retirement age should be 1st June 2021. So 3 more months left. In the president so must cite documents you say no the way rather 1960. In the senate or call SNET no or can say or Togolese you want Abachofe in Togo. The 78 no can say it's a non-Ghanaian, it's a Togolese with where he was born. In a later be and a passport no or quite the beneficiary in the 80s no or quite and say one wadan. He was born in I'll say on 25th 1992. Of course the son beneficiary in the hometown was Adan in the Greater Accra region.
Yeah.
In that our partner the date of birth in the passport and so or the passport number by A45800 issued on 28 February 1996 no. Just the date of birth in here 1st June 1961. What I will follow.
Me too, sir. Yeah, the listeners are listening.
Since the contention is whether you won 61 and I see I won in 1960. But we shall buy the Senate number in the HSC won in 1961. We shall the passport to Ukraine you won 1st June 1961. Another contention say or the first net card no. Sign indicate or say at net in the show here won in 1960 when you joined the scheme on 1st October 1978. In the net card no information was net one my say in the date of birth 78 on year no 1st June 1960. But the card number ne there we share by the card number na say you won in 1961. Now we share the passport in so year in 1992 na say you won in 1961. Into kokwaza say which one becomes more substantive? At least by SNET number Ghana media and Osha be say me date of birth ni obi ade Osha be hu
date of birth also.
Exactly, what month your date of birth at least ninya ho no ma obi be hu. Into by that number in 78 na there 61 year wo no. Now we SNET was no but more detail be on me say 1960. 1960 no more. The passport to kra no so 1961.
Kwakwaza Adwene ni o say ordinarily I will not comment on this document because I believe it was unlawfully procured and published on Facebook, but I feel duty bound by GoGo to do so. Those who posted it want you to focus on 016-1960 for obvious reasons, but let's do a little bit of forensic auditing. All SNIT numbers tell a story. The SNIT numbers here is and a number by E106106010014. The ordinary eyes, this means nothing, but to the GoGo eye, this means E equals Eastern region. 10 it means district 10. 61 equals 1961. 06 equals June, and then 01 equals 01. It means 1st June, right? Yeah. 1961.
Exactly.
The card holder was born on June 1, 1961. In the haste to destroy, whoever altered the DOB failed to alter the social security number.
Yes.
Ordinarily, I will call for a full probe to identify those behind this plot, but this is Ghana. I won't waste my time. I just ask that people of goodwill decline their invitation to jump on the train to destroy people for some miserable cities. We are here today and gone tomorrow. Let's not allow power and pursuit of wealth lead us to destroy people. Take your job if you have to, but do not destroy the man. Hashtag SALL is the cardinal sin of the 8th Parliament. The year.
Exactly. So
inti kwakwaza ade sakrata we ba wie no na Ghana web for nso check here. Bacha wati
exactly.
Na Ghana web for nso check kwakwaza ade, and because for them to put this thing out, so they have to verify the authenticity.
Exactly.
And almost Ghana web checks by Ghana web with some staff of SNET confirmed that the number generation process as explained by Kwakwaza is perfectly true. What we can, however, not vouch for is the authenticity of the document upon which Kwakwaza made this jaw-dropping discovery. And to almost say, who say Kwakwaza social security number not by any enokra, and they cannot vouch on the but bisa SNET for the Kwakwaza and muni number enokra.
Yeah, but on say what share Ghana web and so more old age retirement and voluntary benefits application form.
No
what share Kwakwaza social security number 9 E1061. Now what shall needing Domelevo first name Daniel or Daniel
and 01 date of birth, right? 01/06/1960.
You see where the confusion lies.
So how can the number be 61 and then the date of birth changes here?
It's 60 here. Now what is a written number?
So we no almost will be fabricated.
Yeah, and when you 2010. When so sad date of placement and retirement in here. On here 31st January 2010. In TCC, the contention was that this social security number was generated in 1978. You know, man, and their generation is based on your date of birth. Where people say that then if the year 1061 were on then the 61 should be his date of birth.
And every other document passport is 61. My infant 20.
Okay, my name is like I don't really know him, but I know he's a professor in the US.
I'm sorry, or MPP.
Yeah.
But no say. So obeji wajuma kwampa so men say nipa ne.
Exactly.
Men twan so say we faking the date of birth. Now we won't plot document. No see, I will call for a full probe to identify those behind this plot. But this is Ghana. I won't waste my time. I just ask that people of goodwill decline the invitation to jump on the train to destroy people for some miserable cities.
Yes.
We are here today and gone tomorrow.
Exactly.
Let's not allow power and pursuit of wealth lead us to destroy people.
Yes.
Sika ye pen gidi because obi pe hwahye papa yi si kwan obi ntimi nwie sika until let's get him out.
He's going for the big fishes. We are more opposition and can now little dogs near ye tebia STC ye small audit tebia, but the big fish or Safuma for crawler and associates near the end and then I pay PDS near the end of episode. That's what people are thinking. Unfortunately for him, no. I've read articles to say that when him say Chama Vice President Mama Lucy within 1 month or year as Auditor General. So Obika said sometimes we should forget the ethnicity. So in Bakroni Asantini or if you Kwapin Panka, you would have still be under the same stake because former president had to give you that position when he was being voted out of power. Then you come and people you are pursuing to be seen as way. But what should detailed way now? Sign the date of birth was 1916. That's why Kwekwaza is saying that it doesn't really make sense because if there are other things to really prove, mom and passports way back in 92 it shows 61. The passport ordinance is 61. It's not number 61.
Identity na mumbe argument.
Exactly.
Passport no.
And then the net number, but the retirement PPBH Obiako Chos or DOB at 16. No. Say we are cited say 16. That means we can't verify it. It's idea based on principle. No, he should have retired in December, June 2020. Where the argument is coming from, they made a mistake. Non upon the retirement age should have been last year June, not this year. Until the reality is that the man has 3 more months to complete. Chanka person on the office in Chanka or March, April, May, June. It's barely like 3-4 months to complete. But the contention is that we will not even give you the chance to go to the office again. You'll be removed. Your assistant should be acting. Where some of us talk about that if you want to fight corruption, you shouldn't be reading some of these things. But like we always say here, we have our say, but that they have their way. But sometimes we want to explain for the people, to our conscience, that as far as I'm concerned, this doesn't look like it is washing. It is really a deep-rooted one. Somebody is preventing justice and truth to be told.
Unity Radio 1039. Enti I don't know they say ababeto dwa
domelevo
dome
level
le ana
le
domele
domelevo inti onu di name na end inti domelevo. You've never done an ewe?
David.
Ah yeah, you don't have their blood in you and they won't remember that. Me 100 years kwa one kai.
Mebo domelevo yeah.
Now, why should I do? Why do you have to break the syllable? Demelevo.
Say when you now, yes, you have to before you rhyme. You have to do the syllable.
Why do you have to? I'm interested in your question. So that I can give you an answer. You were asking me a very beautiful question. Why do you have to? Okay,
do a verb before I'm able to pronounce.
Because you need your blood in you so that it will go into your brain so that you can.
And then because your T radio, you hear tribe of your a blood way more. Unity Radio 103.9 and Pabos now way. Yemran Supreme Court ruling a bar and ra. Omampeni John Dramani Mahama SNNI NJ Supreme Court decision na. There was some key picks kasa fa ho yenti audios ne kakra dedi kan ni.
One who followed the proceedings of the Supreme Court, no one who followed the proceedings of the Supreme Court will be surprised with the judgment pronounced a few hours ago. Much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decision of the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of Ghana, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court. For the avoidance of that, I say, much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decisions of the Supreme Court, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court.
Enti ashasiye no or say onimse or you're bound by legally by the decision of the Supreme Court, but or we are seeing in our say when the Supreme Court decision now mo de beto abonte no bia now follow assembly bia as we are disappointed. Yentie another key pick from Omampenida da Kasanim. Na Yennfa tea for
Ghanaians were hoping to hear her testify, and many are still baffled by the refusal of Mrs. Jean Mensah to be held to account by testifying in this case, unfortunately with the unanimous agreement of the justices of the Supreme Court. The vital part of the process to establish the truth and hold Mrs. Mensah accountable was blocked time and again by a protective cordon and firewall that I'm sure has confounded many Ghanaians. The refusal of this chairperson is in sharp contrast to the readiness with which Dr. Kwadwo Afarijan, then chairman of the Electoral Commission, willingly testified in the 2013 election petition filed by then candidate Nana Akufo-Addo of the MPP. Speaking as a Ghanaian with no legal training, I believe that the refusal of the Electoral Commission chairperson to testify in this election petition leaves a very bad precedent for the future. I disagree with the suggestions of our justices that an election petition is akin to any other civil litigation, and therefore an EC chairperson whose functions go to the heart of our democracy can, by a legal sleight of hand, avoid accounting for her stewardship in an appropriate forum such as the highest court of the land. Our legal team, led by Mr. Chachuchi Kata, put together our case in a clear manner. Which left no one in doubt about the issues that were at stake. Apart from seeking to ensure compliance with the Constitution and for the true choice of the people of Ghana to be respected, the petition sought to provide opportunity for transparency and accountability in the management of our electoral process.
Because I'm on insulin, I need to be prepared for a low blood sugar emergency. And so do my family, friends.
Okay, Manu.
Yes.
Yeah, bit by bit. So, Mampeni, in some now, Bobosono. Near the kind, I'll say, in as much as or you're bound legally by the decision of the highest court of the land, or disagree totally. On the Supreme Court in Yajin. Na Ochirechiremu, also be a Udi case in Echibia who say, ruling a Supreme Court on the Bayano, and your ruling was Enkeba, near the canon, near Tosumienu. Say Supreme Court no, our mamma, me a friend said, Jen Mensah, our mamma testify no. A bro najenso na ama obi ebisa se Ghana na yekoni seni or say has left many people wondering na or say my friend said Jen Mensah na juma Ghana dia shanensa as EC boss no the heart of Ghana's democracy. Ghana democracy na ye na kuma any my friend said Jen Mensah nti sa samba say na say yeka say manon testifier na just say democracy na kuma no ye tuai den Efrim na yama accountability nkontabuo ene anu yes so de magana for fire bato adwuma ye de ahye ne nsa ho no yama ne kwan se onwane mfre ho na ne yasa Supreme Court judges nso ni nyina so gitu mu unanimously se enise maame no eba be kasa yente kakranka ho na memma emba ba ni nyina mu emfama yetifo
ago. Much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decision of the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of Ghana, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court. For the avoidance of that, I say, much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decisions of the Supreme Court, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court. Ladies and gentlemen, our 1992 Constitution says very directly in Article 125, Section 1, that justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the Republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject only to this Constitution. I believe that law should not be an instrument for partisan purposes. I also believe that the rule of law should mean one rule for all. What anchors the rule of law is equality and fairness to all, irrespective of creed, background, or political coloration. Justice, we must remember, is rooted in moral foundations. Ghanaians will always remember that moment when my lead counsel, Mr. Chachu Chikata, quoted from the Holy Bible, urging the justices of the Supreme Court to be faithful to their judicial oath and their conscience. Only for the lawyer representing the second respondent to argue for the exclusion of God in this matter. And yet in the courts of Ghana, including the Supreme Court, we swear on the Bible or the cross, as we also do with the Holy Quran, to speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
Anna Dahono,
this 2021 election petition for that profound moment when the chairperson of the Electoral Commission opted to evade public scrutiny.
Okay, no ne baby aye here. In general no the ensem ni mu nyina no waka no. Manucho o se one said America kan no on court no a decision no matches legally as I say ojitum no or you bound by no oni omo nya adwene onje decision intum. That is point number one. Because also process of the trial any decision in anyu pay entwa yi nti onjintum na ba ma me Charlotte say so say yama na IVD public school menim unse bribi ayeka
omunya so fine
ma ya ma me Jane Mensa
Charlotte kama
yenye kama ho asem ne kampa cho
na munya mo ofe
Manucho, don't start another argument, let's be straightforward. You move on.
Charlotte when you fe
me offer Mike ni chirimu ya no ma bia ma omu nyina ho efe waka
you always
confuse
but you always confuse Charlotte with Jane Mensa.
Probably unse Charlotte time no na morning show Jane time no me call off kakra time we've been off from yeah nti it could possibly be.
It's a good reason to tell them. But maybe I know.
It outside boss no it sticks with your memory.
But you need to offend you. But when you fed yanka.
Nti Jen Mensa, o mampani that Mahama say Supreme Court a shield na mana avoid the public scrutiny because enko begina adakam ema ye bise ananka wa accountable na wa chirechirim na afei Juma Papa wo di magana quote and unquote and being playing the devil's advocate ananka Ghana for nyina hu but Supreme Court for abon ho ban wo si adwuma maame no ye no eye Ghana democracy no akoma no nyina ene maame no it is asema ba fire abato ho na ya amana meginam a mekasa nkyerechire nioma mu a na ayade a asefem na oye reference e kasa fa Ghana yen former EC boss Kodwo Afarijan ho say ebra mampani dada satam no e candidate na nado now president edi ne de kogina court 2012-13 no Kodwo Afarijan voluntarily ono ne wedo ono ankasa etu ne hu chei e bai e begina Supreme Court e di figures ni be di agro be chire bibia mu nti sa na nanka osusu se ye maami Jen Mensa say or ye neutral person as she supposed to be there and ka wasa ono so backcourt e be ginem no chire na doubt to be obia wo fa about to being the heart of Ghana's democracy no nanka tumi every ho enti eye ne ya say ya ma no eye sa enti o kan bro focus am say ne suban a oyi na di no eye in sharp contrast ene Afarijan de ne yeden ebo abira ene ne nsekora in sharp contrast ena ɔsan ɛka bibi de fa sɛ MPP for sɛ ɛyɛ nyame anim suro ne akoma pa ɛna ɔmo de aba no ba court ɛna sɛdeɛ yɛn nyinaa Ghana ɔka sɛ ɔde onye kristoni yɛ kremoni ne ade a yɛkɔ court a yɛsoa with the Bible Quran no adan na ɔno ne lawyer Chachuchi Kata ɛka kyerɛ judges for no sɛ asɛm a yɛbɛka no obian ɛma nyamesoro mmerɛ no mu ne yɛnsɔ Bible mu nka no kro yi quotation MPP lawyer begina wa sɛ memfa nyame mam munyi nyame mfirim aha nye nyame asɛm bia ne yɛbɛka hantimu ɔse adenti na munim sɛ deɛ mobɛka ne no kra yɛnyina yɛ kristofo na MPP lawyer argue for exclusion of God in this matter na kyerɛ sɛ mo yɛ mo adwen sɛ nyame bam di a mo akoma mu ntimi ntwa ntro nsisi Ghana fo ti mo ayɛ mo adwen sɛ mo the will of the people no enye adwuma for a runoff no nti mo be yi nyame afiri ne atwa ntro. And then he also talked about Supreme Court no anye fair referring to Article 125 of the Constitution, 1992 Constitution, say rule of law. As I said, emrano ye bako. Or say one rule for all should be the definition and meaning of rule of law. But if we say anye jumawaha, summary me bonepa de omampeni dada ediabe tuja enono.
Yeah, I think you've done justice to it. The speech in Ewapa, sometimes I'm wondering the time.
About 27 minutes.
Yes, now we'll read the crap. You go, but a succinct. I think it was written in normal English.
Yeah.
At a point in time, I even said that he admits the fact that he's not a legal doyen. On your legal luminary.
Yeah, also on your lawyer.
Yes, on your lawyer, but they see in it there. He's talking as a Ghanaian.
Say in Supreme Court decision, you can buy your lawyer for you. Read the interpretation. You don't need a lawyer.
It's good to really issue that caveat before we all start. That he spoke as a Ghanaian. Just that he's coincidentally to he's the petitioner. I think he's the only petitioner. This time, the first, second, third petitioner. Because there were reforms in 2012 that you don't waste time. You back waiting a petition. You don't need all the three or more. But this time, no, with Akufo-Addo being the first and the Jimensa being the second in that order. I mean, people can forgive me if I'm missing those ones, but that's because that's not the substantive issue here. And I think he's been re-echoing what you said. And that's like you spoke a lot of English. That's as much as legally he's bound to accept the ruling. No.
Only BBI.
Yes. I disagree with the trial process and the ruling of the court. Which is within its remit. His fair point say, it is still his point, and he went on to elaborate why he's saying that.
Yeah, and Tehona best all devil deep, not picking the subject by subject.
Exactly. First one, I say Dunketia position was well absorbed by the court, but Odwen said they did not.
Make a point in relevance to case.
Exactly. California, the fanciful witnesses because no more kind of there. You could try to Yamami tea, Yamami biscuits in there. I think that was the lowest point. Who is that man? That was Radio Metal. No, not Pesa White. Radio Metal. No, I always confuse them. What they said that warrants me. Because the most important thing America was saying is, they've always been saying that there were two rulings. On the 9th, two declarations. On the 9th December declaration, Jane Mensa gave the figure as 13,121,101. Then subsequently, it was updated to 13,434,570. What share did the difference is huge. Where I get a bit worried to say, what did the difference with Boma? Then we are talking of excesses of 300,000 votes that were added eventually. But by the law of Ghana, no, the 9th declaration was the only declaration. And the Yakasa say the EC is the only one, is the returning officer for the presidential elections. So if there were errors, how can that errors lead to the declaration? But the counter argument by the EC2 is that those errors, as much as they admit and they've updated, did not affect the percentages per their own calculations and everything, and shouldn't affect the percentages. And still, Nanado will be declared winner if they do it. NDC has a strong objection to it. And the truth was that you wanted objections to be based on figures, where some of us get a bit worried. That will be beside figures, men can, but the Supreme Court there, we deal with facts and figures. People will throw the spiritual angle that the Bible too is used to swear the oath. So you can't miss out on the spirituality of the Bible too, and the cross and the Quran, because they are spiritual books unless of course you are bringing it to the physical, that is just like a legal document. At this point in the what your mama said, so what you two said Ketia made some valid points which goes in favor of their party there. Why did not reflect in the final judgment that you say the case lacks merit and has no substance? But I said Ketia, the what you two say what he said has some basis, some relevance to the case. That is the strong point, because what shall I say? I said Ketia's or any I said testimony deliberately taken out of context. That is your mama was reading a sum up in our case. I said in Ketia dear. Would you to say you say so ya dear pa no kasema a winjina so I didn't in one fan beam. Jinmensa Adwene so he brought out, and now let me put on record say in 2012, 2013 the Akufo-Addo or admit he said the ruling of the court in Wajatum. But John Mama wants to put on record say legally is bounded, but on Jintum, yeah. There's a lot of difference. He wants to put on record that a ruling we no.
Emra kwan so onihwe ba oni court ni nyadwene on decision of the court.
The processes and the ruling, he doesn't accept. He thinks that there were some flawed areas that and day. But
which he came down to talk about rule of law.
Yes, exactly.
Say emra ba ko edidi kwaku no edidi akua.
Exactly. And by
the needs a Supreme Court also politics. He did mention that too.
And the lead counsel also brought the issue of the Bible and quotations now there. Why would somebody say Imrasem there in your Bible asem when Bible near the
and swear that you tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
Very valid area. For me, initially, when I say Bible, I shake my head and I'm say, okay, based on people should not get me wrong. I have my problem with it. But based on what is on the ground there, it makes a lot of perfect sense that the Bible no swear or quote. But so be quote Bible, they always say in here. You shouldn't be confused, generation. Once the Bible is used in swearing, there's that window of hope that whatever is in the Bible can be used to make relevant points in the court of law. And also another area that I believe I'll be if you no, it's just a swearing document.
Oh, dear, now exactly,
it's just a swearing document. It has nothing to do with the law. The law has no provision for Psalm 21 verse 5. It also makes perfect way. Then we go further to say that virtually Jean Mensa, I think that where some of us are disappointed, he is disappointed, everybody is disappointed, is Jean Mensa not mounting the podium to come and give us a very vivid testimony, because at the end of the day, say me what's my fire and I'm saying fire. You couldn't prove that I'm a fire. I can still come to the docket and prove to you that what can you rather exactly. There's that school of thought which I belong personally. I belong to that school of thought too. That's what I saw in 2013 gingered me to really. I remember Ferijan making mistakes, but he realized he's old. But at least he brought some beautiful perspectives and angles and understanding to the whole case. But this time around, so Jean Mensa would have given us a beautiful one too. But the truth is that by law, which I've read deep and say, you can't use your opposing witness to make your case. It doesn't happen in any serious jurisdiction. Say, remember to one no, me no point yasem. Na opo judge no person remember tina boxing na me ya no no. That is where, because once I'm brought into the box, the idea is that it is going to help you the defendant, your case, because the one accusing you has made some strong issues against you, so you need your witness to come and neutralize it. But if I'm not sure that the one prosecutor has some beautiful case against me, I don't need to bring my witness for anything. And at the end of the day, me I'm a same for my witness and bano. I am na my judgment no. You see why sometimes I understand some people when they call and they get so mad at us now, but here they change to the best of our abilities that a defendant witness is coming in to come and help the case of the one going to defend himself. But if I feel that I've defended myself enough, or what you are telling me, I don't need to bring my witness. You can cry, hoof and puff, rave and rant, cry and drink. But the point is that MPP feels that, or the Electoral Commission feel that they don't have any strong case to answer with their defendant. It's in near presidential canon. I'm sure I stand with him on this. That Jean Mensa could have brought us a beautiful perspective and could have helped us unravel and grow our democracy as Ghanaians. I'm not going to say with transitional democracy, democracy is just very young. 92 till now, it's just some few years. We're talking about just some 20, 30 years down the line. military regime near the assembly. Although law still remembers SMC laws and idea, not to say PNDC laws. He said, no country throws it till there's a repeal. Those laws are still etched in stone in our constitution. So the truth is that, but the democracy we enjoy now is based on the 1992 constitution. Just the founding fathers of US here in 1776, and one of modern 90, there can be repeals, there can be amendments, till they are added, and then a so the reality is that by the statutes is young, so you are wishing that the likes of Jean Mensa, Ferijan, Charlotte Osei will help us to grow them based on their findings in the soup. But once you did not make a very genuine, solid case, Charlotte Osei will still answer questions. That's why there's the Parliamentary Select Committee here. And about Parliament, it's just at the level position there, and yes, sir, he's bigger than anybody in Ghana. It's just a public sector position. But the truth is that, and your court in the Sokoya answerable to. He doesn't answer to a court or a Supreme Court judge. He answers to the legislature. So as much as the president, the ex-president wants answers, he should give those questions to his Muntaka and co. And I think they will beautifully ask those questions for us to answer. But to make this case, dear, with all apologies to the former president, you needed to make the case yourself to compel. You have to. You see, let me speak the English. You have to give compelling reasons to the EC to bring their star witness to the box.
Who was their star witness?
The EC chair. He was the one. I'm even told they could have changed him because the petitioner was the president, the ex-president, but the petitioner's witness one was Asedun Ketia. He was not a petitioner. And when he got to the box, he began questioning me. He said, I'm not the petitioner. I'm only here to answer to the best of my knowledge. So the EC could have also brought a star witness who was not. I'm only saying, I'm only postulating. People should not be a legal way and but that is what I've read to. But assuming without admitting that 2013 Afrogen came to the box because they petitioned the EC. So the EC boss chairperson could have mounted the box now. It could have. You did not give them enough reason. Say you want your lead council chachuchu. So baby say bisan asem or no bisan asem to do what? Because I think when in a bar, the first thing is that the EC lawyer no baby son just to make their own case.
With that said, Mami Misa said you believe President Mahama, being the petitioner, should have put up compelling evidence for the EC to call the EC boss to probably testify. Mami Misa this question. Yantoa ba in Ghana inya minkasa lapses say that in terms of declaration. Say yaka say we enya 1 ade chance you there be unya 2 ade chance aba say oh there be unya 1.5 ohwe ye mame Jen Mensa ne declarations no ankasa did admit so I am from so
yeah, there have been 3 or 4 declarations in terms of the total figure.
Nti with everything in play, with bearing in mind lapses in her own job as EC. Unyi ni say nkibia fine President Mahama and the team are my compelling evidence, are my figures. Ebianka cotton bepe. But said enka Ghana, our growing democracy, transparency adabia ye to aba e wo bitrim say aban awoso ni yi sia ba because NDC ngwan MPP so elusu elections.
NDC has never won credible elections in Ghana from 92.
Obi a habo sa de no ni trim say ababi ebetu bia obi wiem no wini.
Exactly.
Into onye say and going back to the fact say Mami we Charlotte Osei all by NDC were never in agreement and they feel say NPP I got to a point mikrana hamika say anytime NDC become amena sembiano na Jumbo Dumuni defend the EC.
Yes.
But you are a political party. You should defend when it comes to your corridors. You don't defend the EC. EC need a commission.
Did they appeal the other way around too? No, like
it did.
It
did. Charlotte Osei so time no. Same
NDC,
thing. That is
and co attacking
her, and then Sedun Ketia and co will also be defending. Until once I quite say MPP was so now appointed Jen Mensano, ye defending no. NDC appointed Charlotte or say ye defending no. Until I say parties in me no be and Jen young forecast oh yes Roya.
And so, now I agree because if I say we are only so much me until we are now because
only easy near Kululu Nyaya enwie bi da na abadwini say obi so ni use ekulu
anasa wona ne yekulu wi ampa wonim say ye betumi aye ekulu wi adia ye use ni sa no bi an say waye bi wi bi da ye betumi aye say there's a leeway to cheat there.
Not just what you
believe some no it means that you believe somebody abi no cheat here but him say I had ye betumi afa hadwane ba me fa ho da ba me say kwan da ho it madam for bad there e bia no be fa ho
on fa ho then what would you think what on say susudua so who fu say
ba me make say we be wi am nche say me wi bi da
no but me point in say me point in say so if we believe in the institution so they are credible, they are legitimate, they do their job independently, I wouldn't have any reason to doubt the EC boss.
Yes,
but maybe point in
but there's been a change. Maybe the other one was credible to me.
Yeah, take Ghana no. Ghana MPP NDC appointed EC D.
Yes, of course.
Obvious and glaringly clear.
For MPP, Afrejan was never fair, but they accepted him.
For who?
For MPP.
Exactly.
Sorry, maybe for MPP. Yeah. In terms of the stolen verdict was from 92.
Yeah, intina make us say we are growing.
Yeah.
Inti na nka emwa Supreme Court emwa say even if Mahama be default, Mahama ni case, Mahama figures ni wrong because enrana me bisa say everso former Chantery name is everso. Oso free na ankra na say
I know me say leading member.
Yeah, uboni din.
Elvis
a free Ankara.
Elvis they're not communication head of director of elections. Yeah. He was the director of elections.
Bettina press briefing. Say figures come in just winning.
Yes.
Into figures now never most winning away.
Exactly.
So I agree to your point that I agree to that point. Say more points just more winning. Into more point more figures now most winning no.
That I must say they are not the ones to declare elections in Ghana. Into more figures they can't they can more
figures declare. Yeah. MPP 4 years be the following previous 4 years now.
Figures by.
Yes. No, not even in the court. They could for the winning year. Before ECB declare no. Omo be can say omo winning election now. Kokoido also because we are in a comfortable league. Yeah. Then before you come out and say me winning no. Now we figures. A higher to obey. Joe Biden eba bontin be can say why then. Numbers he's not declaring himself.
AP Associated Press declare.
So I'm not declaring myself, but the numbers we are having actually say
yeah.
What I say, but I'm not declaring. Akufo-Addo yebi.
Well, of course.
Into me point and say for
even FM stations near the end they call, but it's them
exactly. Into me point and say for NDC to have even said say your numbers say everybody say a winning parliamentarian seat say your numbers everybody say a winning election. Even if the number wasn't accurate, it means the number one number. And to bring that number out, that was the argument.
Exactly.
But having said that, means me question is, wouldn't it have been better for our foreseeable future democracy and elections if the Supreme Court said, say, okay,
let's put Yennfa to the docket.
NDC ni case cry, omuni figures cry. Said yeah. Ghana for nyina adwene mo beda ho said there ya bato ni benyini said there be ensana ho e de ama in future elections any transparency na ECB ye adwuma ohu say kokoto e be frɛ na ma na begina ho nti obeye na adwuma yenti enka ye mama mi bai e na obe kyerɛkyerɛ mu say well my first number me de bai no errors wo ho my second number errors ho say ni say de ma no ko bai ni enti me number ni a enke papa mwa yen Ghana democracy. I
like the okay moral and ethical, but legally any locus. With all apologies, with legally any locus, because when two people get to court, it is about making your case to win or lose. It's not about equity. We are not there to say that okay, it's not a learning curve. The court is not. We are not in the court just to learn.
Two people. Yes. Yeah. Two people goes to court. Two people go, not goes. Two people go to court. A direct between me now. But where there is an intermediary, and the intermediary no share me know the course way in term no so no. If it is a direct case between me now without any third party and an intermediary or share. The course no so is different, but we have an intermediary in an institution that is an independent electoral commissioner. I don't know share so. Until me say about me winning. And I say, who were 50.1 means me also so Okay, me si wenya. Nti nka ye frame ame no no be kire say okay we nya say this is what happened. Nka mo being what third party.
You see,
I don't know
it's very good. The intermediary is answerable to Ghana, not the court. That's the first.
But the case was Ghana more or less. Supreme Court here Ghana.
No, but Supreme Court is not Ghana. Supreme Court interprets the law, but they are not Ghana.
No, but in this case, the
woman is answerable to Ghana, and the place of answerable near the Parliament. Parliament, a woman, they so called church, and I say just a domelovoni at the end. That's the first line. That's the first education I had. That the woman is answerable to the people of Ghana. The court only interprets the law. So at that point, the woman feels that the woman feels that she did it to the best of her knowledge, without any cause for alarm. And I will say no. You did not do it to the best of your knowledge. I put to you that you lie somewhere and you cheated to make somebody win.
To the point is even former President Mahama called the EC to be removed.
Exactly.
In his speech and ran.
Exactly.
MPP EC.
It's in a speech, and it's very profound and pronounced.
27 minutes.
It is very profound and pronounced, and it's a recipe to cause anything because on Jintum and sooner 3 years from now or some who do another elections, the anarchy, the chaos can be more, maybe more, because she said, well, I'll let you said yes, mistrust and everything is there now. But maybe point in say the legal aspect and person make us say the woman is answerable to the people of Ghana, not just a court of law. Into the point is, what accusing woman, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the woman did something untoward. The woman did something very bad. Who NDC or John Mama they say who prove it? Who prove it? Yeah. Now you catch court na catch and say okay. What can I say? Into one defendant no. Then I walk okay. Me so me de me witness ba abechechi him. Now watch him say no can niya no enim. We prove you na say okay. NDC for prove say woman here bibi. Who bet me bisa even the defendant in a maneuver say will you bring your witness? Okay, then there will be a judgment based on what NDC has provided. You the court the court's position now is to make a case.
Listen to both parties.
Exactly.
Make a case.
Listen, if the other party says it will still be ruled.
Yeah.
Because maybe say
and a court to me for soon as on cast.
Exactly. Me miss where we are me. And I may prove say you must we people to cash woko. Near the Manichu can say no the picture scratches say Paul has never run away from. Baby, I will your license and baby. It's up to you to come and sit, let somebody sit in the bus and prove that no call them on any license. In China no dimricano. None baby yari. That aspect should come. So we got into the crossroads. Who NDC and I say we make a strong case that if you see decide not to bring the woman, what do you want at the court? I'm not sure they went there for justice. They went there to prove their case. People can push their justice, but the point is that they wanted to prove to the whole world that they have a case and the election should go for a rerun.
Unim lawyer Nina, your friend is lawyer David Adututu Jr.
My name no.
I say don't Katia collapse Mahama case and I brought our family the declaration of EC.
Exactly. I felt that Obo figures in the no, so catch on say I'm not here to tap. Me knew how it goes, but yeah, Obo say 51
because on the numbers now, boy, and my bro, the EC crowd man,
beyond that impono, that all were above 50. And I maybe some Madam Fibia or your secretary say, why do you go there too? Because the Baku cry 49.1. I can't think you have a case, but you're flipping, you're turning. Boy, I say when you be an opposite adventure. When you're above for you know how you go about it. We be BAB because you want to take the sweetness out of it. Well, you're flipping all the adventure styles in now. It was about 50. So me as I sit here now, let me be some madam was so at what point did you get less than 50 for Akufo-Addo? You could not prove it.
But I think so, moral laws and moral sense, if she did it in concession.
Moral law and moral sense, NDC did not prove their case.
No, I'm talking about the EC.
And I'm just NDC to me prove it that the woman should come to the docket.
And to shame, let's say, all NDC were saying to taint the image of the EC. My men on person saying ding where we are banning my MPP or MPP EC near day. If the woman moral laws are compelling, my men on say okay, these people don't know what they are talking about. I'll mount the stage and prove to them say what I did was genuine. And okojina docket no kasaya. Onyini say and kabema na approval ratings and na GD onimu organ because just like you are saying say say Parliament can usher her in. And no, but where your world stage and here at the live we are seeing in air and then command to stage no nanko oko jinamu say abana e 2 year no say ni course and I'm not obligated but voluntarily I want to come and make it clear for people of Ghana and the entire world to know say Ghana ya abana e 2 year no na legitimate free fair elections are unyini sanka boy.
It's very good, and that is what Mahama said about Aferijan. That on record, Aferijan voluntarily decided to mount. He was not brought under a way on one or yes, or as much as the EC was petition, they were part of the respondents. The EC was brought in together with NDC and John Mahama. Last trip, the first was John Mahama, the second was the EC, and the third was NDC, who later joined to make it 3. Virtually, no, they decided. The EC decided that we will also testify outside of the story. So your mama can say, and yet Akufo-Addo Mune train by on one occasion say, you know what, I did a very genuine job and I'm ready to testify and tell you how I went about it. But by law, no, he could have also said so on here. But to push our democracy forward, he decided to do, which was beautiful, which I agree in principle. When I started me way, I say, from where I sit, I agree with your mama peacefully. That would have happened. I was waiting. To me Facebook say the showdown between Jim Mensah and Chachu. And I had this MPP faithful. Oh, Manichu, you don't know what you are saying. Jim Mensah is also a lawyer. Blah blah. You see, this same people are now hypocrites. You understand? Because I didn't even know Jim Mensah was a lawyer. Maybe not practicing, but we call law school near there. So we all felt that she can't be overruled by Chachu. Or by cinema, or by here, or by Bojumano. But maybe the media say, hey, Chachu now on the face, and I'm sure about to tone because Chachu questions, some are in the public domain. They wanted to know the mode of transmission of the data from the regional centers to Accra. Were they using NCA? Were they doing this? You see, these are questions and very beautiful.
Yeah.
To answer by the EC say, oh, so I didn't see what Western region we are near the Ama. We tell with MTN and I say no more information about Accra because me sure so be for Kana or the results in Accra. In today as NDC day, almost share that name say na Jim Mensah and the results no. And say from the region so say course winner if there is a lapse they were not privy to. That is why I'm saying that and NDC could have proved their case that okay Western region omunya 1,010,000 I say you see you bring facts and figures that your regional correspondents or signing for 1,020,000.
Sir, from region to national there are discrepancy
and if you show that every week police center and our friend what anyway at the police center in Yenya 206 Echo regional no Echo coalition center acquire 85 Ebedu regional no acquire 6 Ebedu Accra na 2. You are able to prove these things. They will say okay but that they are making sense. Declaration Obijan can say NPP 485 NDC 102 but Ebedu no me I say then people know that no as much as you are
something
saying
is fishy.
They didn't shine their eyes. These are the realities. Let's not, if you want our democracy to grow, be mistake should not affect the whole thing. But who do want to now say, so where are your figures? I don't have any figures. I only want the EC to come in. Then you see where I sit and say that they disappointed me strongly. Say, Honorable John Mahama Krabet, say, the people did not do the case well for you. They did not give compelling reasons. I agree in principle that Jim Mensah in the docket would have made Ghana a democracy grow.
Yeah,
that and yes, every EC chair will know that in Ghana we are the anywhere. You better for answer. If you go and show marks of incompetence,
as a
and if you go there and you show marks of incompetence, or Biabeka say no, you don't deserve it because I'm interested. So at the end of the Eastern region, then the Kudu Accra. Metise Eastern region results was one of the major blocks that MRs are rising about because they didn't add the whole constituency to it. These are information some of us are privy to. Or 10 and the count. But NDC for also can say, oh, you mistakes. Also, no, I'm not interested. You see all these things. Lamented to us, some of us here we know. But you go to the court to exhibit it. That NPP results be na encounter. Woman say no, the account man akwa say, but here the end the catch in 1 year. But we'll start witnessing. I said, say, even the pen drive now, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what went on to the pen drive. I was not privy. I was not the one. Then you leave some of us to be amazed. What really happened there? In principle, I agree with you. I agree, say, and Kagana Bekon democracy will grow. There will be equity, there will be justice, there will be everything there. We should have had the star witness in Jean Mensah, who is the referee, who is the star person. Ghana election you seen an answer. Ono ke we are declare say Akufo-Addo a president. Want to me yes she biomuno. She's the one who could have helped us unravel most of the your figures in even cry because Omukra Jitum said they made mistakes. Because Soka said we've won and people should start celebrating her. They are perfect. So why did you even backtrack to say that no? She said we be doing the rerun. You see, one thing, Emma, I'm happy that I also call for Anka Jimenez and enter docket and I say most of these FM stations they've been declaring results in Ghana for the first time. Most of them did a rubbish job. With all apologies, I heard seasoned FM stations saying that MPP nya 147 seats, NDC nya 126. And that was what you were running with. So final figures were about 137, 137. Opometuabo voices at Chewa. Our sources tell us that MPP have retained, they've lost just 29 seats, and they now have 147, and NDC has 125. By about 137, 137. So there's a belief that then the presidential today were mistakes. If Moye season, mostly from 1992, more call elections, more yes, to say call an election even to predict. Or my provisional results, let me use the right term. So because to call election means you are saying I've won on this. Or my provisional results from 92, you call online. This FM online, this FM. I want to just respect them and not mention their names. But this time around, they made mistakes in their parliamentary results. So the final figures were given. We all didn't know that 137 was one independent information. And the moment said no. If these are the realities, and it looks like for the
with the parliamentary NDC, my who saw majority.
I'm also cracked as well.
Yeah, I'm a press conference. I'm so majority.
Exactly, because some were contentious nowadays. So both sides of the divide. I agree with you that for the first time our election was shrouded in a lot of misery and secrecy, and a lot happened that Yenim say bodies Accra Conference Center na ba Okaikwe constituency Bantama this time no say Moyen say America state by state, region by region, mistakes by regional issues. I agree in principle that the woman had questions to answer, but that questions could have been raised in the affidavits and at the court by saying with facts and figures. Who can be say so the truth is that okay Okakwe not na 11,000 and you then about 27,000. Once you don't raise those things, how do we sit here in our lazy chairs here and say that you won? They should pardon me with the moral issues. Morally, I agree with them, but legally, I will still insist that NDC did not raise any serious questions to be answered by the EC chair. So that is where I stand.
Okay.
They should blame their legal luminary and they should work hard towards 2020. And the loopholes figures. I think one of the mistakes was from they didn't educate themselves well, because Metier season as of 10 a.m. results results ben out at the end regional only final results will be declared by the EC. So bit one me trend say obenya constituency results it doesn't know. Now NDC for example, you are granting interviews that you are called regional with the woman is not there. That means there was a miseducation or misconception somewhere that they need to unravel. So as much as I've read John Mahmoud's statements, listened to him near Adiano, he made some sense points.
Private legal practitioner friend said Gary Nimako.
Oh, and they mean
or say new argument seems to be on the same line.
Oh, okay.
Or say Mahama went to the Supreme Court to gamble for evidence.
Yes, that is what he did. So Onyajin Mensah and Kobe Bisani say, how was the result transmitted to you that you made mistakes? Who gave you the results? Because that's what you all want to know now. And where is the mistake coming from? Why were we able to give a then region and more mistakes? You see, these are questions you all want to ask. But you've compelled her by also providing that I put to you that results need to say MPP forecast saying no say. You see, we should get to that point.
Yeah.
And that one will come about docket man can but let I say do that one with a lot of papers. But Chum say, okay, this is where our errors are. Now do we also this is just a sample. Yeah, chair sample so your mistakes. They gambled, they barely wanted to get the woman in the docket and expose her. But you can only do that by making sure that your case is strong enough. And that is where they lost. So morally, ethically, Ghana democracy, blah, 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 is good. I also want to see it. 100 years from now, say, no, if I'm no more, I want to see reforms in the Ghana's democracy. And because I say you can't see any constitution. Blacks don't vote. They were made slaves, and that is why it brought about the electoral college. Only time. And man voted. Okay, and man voted. Blacks in voting, slaves don't vote. But reformations are Bema and they are all voting. So right, and this thing did not happen overnight. Even now, people are fighting for electoral college systems to be removed. Obisojen say, Papa, because yes, our Maine had no any idea will not be considered because New York has more people. But you need Maine 3, Vermont 3 any idea to make those things. I am for it. I think Ghana Cranke, you adopting electoral college system. Say Ashanti region, you get a higher mark because more dorsal. But Upper East should influence results in Ghana. He said, "I say Upper East, Upper West, no influencing a minimum, infinitesimal because at the end of the day, say Ashanti region 1.7 million, Upper East here 286,000, Upper West here 300,000. All the bomb can do Ashanti region. These are reforms here. You bomb pay sebekum. So Jim Mensah would have been
that is not a good reform.
Oh, electoral college.
No, not at all. How could so is your mom pay?
And then people are fighting for, but say electoral college.
They are rather fighting for what we have in Ghana, popular vote.
And American, say.
But we see uncle electoral college.
Mr. Ghana, tell me I'm for electoral college because I think
America for crowns and
yeah, because
we don't like it.
With Democrats and
yes, sir. Any Padudo and decide who becomes the president.
Yes, sir. Every state should have an influence on the results. Every state.
Nasa state ya unipe wo hono na abeto.
Then say Vermont, Maine, you endorse one. I just say mamba onum cry because.
But it's still the same. Listen.
Tell me how the same it is.
It's the same. New York or how many electoral college? Massachusetts were 11.
Yes.
It's states in the population.
California, no, that time there is slaves. For now, 55 for California. They are no more than New York in terms of numbers. But 55 for California because that time they had more slaves. They were the rich bourgeoisie were there. In Monunya, most of this college system, electoral college system, was most based on the number of slaves that you had. Virtually, why do you still maintain California?
But slaves are your population.
What's it?
Slaves
they were not voting, but because the rich had the numbers. Oh, you can do research and help me to it. The little I read, the electoral college. Why should
we even use the most abhorrent thing?
No, but the point now 2 years that who you see numbers now, popular votes now. At the end of the day,
am I saying argument?
No, but Ghana Crampono. I said one region is determining for the whole Ghana.
One region there.
Ashanti region numbers no, it's overwhelming everybody.
Nana then. Ashanti region Ghana.
So other regions, the development and
Korea now Ghana a presidency no. Central, I don't know, also Central region.
Central Greater Accra.
And the Greater, and they decided who becomes president. Exactly. But now you are saying it's Ashanti region they decided.
No, Ashanti region then American.
Ashanti region, Rollins winning election 2 times. He lost in Ashanti region. Mahama Atamel's winning, he lost in Ashanti region. Mahama winning, he lost in Ashanti region. So how does Ashanti region
that is why they do, that's why in principle they decide by their numbers. But winning the region there, winning that region there. You see what I'm trying to tell you now. Now, if there's time, if I have Ashanti region capped, I don't need as a president. I don't need to travel to Salaga. Upper East, Upper West. So you can say no, you need a base of votes from there. You can't say men Kohanum.
Manucho, you're changing of popular votes.
No, we are only. It's a big debate
because we have about 12.
Good. And so sticking to this, let's say sticking to reforms that some of us are looking at. I was sticking to reforms that people feel that the system need reforms.
Because they have shared Jim
Mensah agreed. Jim Mensah people felt that he could have helped us for reforms. Because what happened in 2013 brought a lot of reforms. Sisi Anokobi, very good votes. I'm not sure it was there. I said new to us that now I could 10,000 but it's a good reform because you don't want to encourage monetization of the system. More numbers for 1 million kotum. 26%. So that we encourage people who can really get it. So I agree in principle that Jim Mensah could have helped us unravel a lot of mysteries that we are fighting for today. But the principle is that NDC don't go there with say Ghana for 120. She didn't come because you did not raise compelling reasons, and you should leave it there. Next time, go with a very strong case, and I believe you will win easily. I think that some of the numbers game because I fought strongly with somebody that I'm from figures. So why should they give you a figure so that you overwhelm them by going to it? They should surprise us at the Supreme Court. Now me expecting surprises. Say never pay one. The best be no. You didn't surprise anybody at the way I was away. And people forgive me. My son harsh, but that is the relative for me.
NDC koko nyido ho moko na ntina na mpesa utwa so na etimi ba koko nyido ho moko President Mahama utie ne audio na ko okay FM ne Kwame Nkrumah tikase.
Yes.
I had wanted to play it by the time no. And then Sami Jamfin so ne MPs leadership of the house Abambaben, who is now the speaker.
Yes.
Muntaka Mohammed Inusa Fusena Haruna Idrisu.
Yeah, quickly man in 2 minutes.
Then they ma Hassan friends MP NDC MP Ayarga.
Yeah.
Watubia mane Sami Jamfi. And then Muntaka so se masa wa for ano ya enye mabobo ano. Now
then I do any about me and bear 2 minutes.
2 things.
Yes.
They didn't fighting na bane ye yentem na approve no election petition.
Yeah, election petition.
Ni me no na dey infighting na ba NDC.
Exactly. I think the one with
fight
the
in NDC over Supreme Court ruling ministerial vetting.
Yeah.
2 things.
Supreme Court ruling I don't know Sami Jamfini they have.
Say be more accuse you say we mo anye we mo amwa lawyers na anye say na we so fight back like so people are accusing. Once I make a send NDC lawyer back we can say lawyers na representing Mahama no and let Mahama down.
Exactly.
And I don't know back and forth. And then Sami Jamfin so there be Obi boy and so MPP.
Oh no kind. We
no no kwa. Yeah, but another private legal but
that person bought this or I say in a business or more case.
Quick one, just 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think that with Sami Jamfidi, no, it was a wishy-washy one. You know, just after you approve Dr. Free Akutu and Kojopon Kromanu, then they started complaining, say, oh, Phyllis, you see, when it gets to Parliament, Sami Jamfidi should know that we have a country to run, not a party to please. I think I don't know, you know, because he's very young, he's so much energy, 31.
For instance,
how I come see.
Yeah, how I come and no. The official soldier for Infinity.
Nitiwo shouldn't have passed. Because no crap then
or the soldier for Babu or Monia
Banda and Butter.
How I come so to as we all know.
But we say our consider they disagreed about main chamber. Then they voted our consider 166. But the truth is they do parliament. You don't a country to run. Opposition says NDC now MPP. Now we could do ministerial appointment. Be more parliament. I'll vote against you. That is why he's not applying common sense.
That is why he's not applying common sense. Obewa beto so high Unity Radio 103.9 Pabusu Suni my enko phone lines no so na my affair for and friend no so for my join chiremra number idea 508-846-3021 508-846-3021 ofra na do adwen chire dia ba in order of the course on the day pick ya sha say dey fi abrante fan say awudu falia menim say ni maboni ya uwia na obenko na olumai ko na fe Worcester ni na oto aso so ato aso me awudu my enti o sha say repacho mo amu gina chire no mo mute mo line no olumai be ya wa pe wa na be say wo market mute line no na awudu my enti o
yo nya opu masomo wantizungu fo nyina so echiel ma membo wa baso de adika ni adwumapa uyego oman no yankopon hirawo empegao enyawo kase entu ko man ne de bia wo so ngo adwumapa si na ye man no enkonanim ya mi kanya so bioma mi chami MP Alhaji Sedu Haruna misran konya wondi no afiri yankopon wodi manu wonye nwa na obetina bo adwuma wonchimai ebe fani to akobra because MP no wonyaji common fund enyaji bibia wo ndwumadi pa watati ya daddy say o strategic common fund ya wonchimai ebe fani to akobra front de wonchimai for ekacha da say Alhaji Sedu yankopon shirano mi chami NBC for mu chami wa America New York babia mi de America nyina say Mura judgment na a course and said the Mahama Kayan, you didn't too, Ghana money in too, because you only judgment to me and Tiasi, Mammy John Lensa, Eddie resource by a 13 million December 9th. Eddie by 13 million 434,574. And you know, they declare Leonardo as a president in Luciano, side declaration, Luki Kashania, Leonardo now 50 plus 1 was the Embo, side declaration, and maybe by the Takima South 125 Nukrab, Kanwa, the Mama, Leonardo, the Berry, the Mama, and to me, and we any, mathematics, no, yet 125 the Mama, Leonardo about 49. Now, as you can see, 3 no, say answer no be man police no say wonya 50+1 maybe opo enti mami no the truck and mami sisa results no about 127 Nebuwa, na kwamba sina maamini sisa results. Magu kotu mumma maamini mbeji na adeka mu. Non cheche mune because election enya dikito. Election enya debia concept party. Ukase masisa nde masisa results. Adise masisa results. Mimi officer president mama. Wampega na sunde wampega na mpunchwa. Ankanje mde miaudu sana kwa mbenya konya. Ache mu program ambefle. So we are seeing the president mama say because the mama is present to be a person. Now, say, mama, one thing they come non check Ghana for because I can president mama person and can get Ghana and can throw one to two. Okay. So I tell you now, no Supreme Court, my next time, no more Supreme Court, look at them, Mamino will next election. One to the boss, one friend who that's the Supreme Court to come for that, or we go Cornwall, who for the Suno, because more Supreme Court to Musi and Pamamino results, now want to I am mistaken the Mamina and Nafu. Mistake. Okay,
Yana Bravi and a month for Jinawachi.
Yo, me about we until we get the American and say, and this in Bunny na Opian Abute, Opian Kanakuma, Antonium, Yet, Courtney, Yet, by any Abute about 2024, Inshallah, by the grace of the Almighty Allah, John Dramani Mahama, of the Ghana, of free insecurity, for one now, Momo, Awuchia, Yokum, Ukuaso, and another year come, Nema, I have to see, but I'm not for business, Agu, market.
Also, didn't how do they? Yeah, there be a last name. How do they failure?
How do failure?
Okay, how do failure? Yeah, that's it. How do obeying my mintu, obey a point saying.
Oh, boy, I'm not moving.
I read the Adam Pacho and say, my mintu.
Yo, go on, chow. Now I'm in chair. What you doing now? Now, maybe I would say Ghana for any bench. I petition her and no. I have a ruling no. Ghana for a job in the radar. Can you do my son have a bit in KBS? Ghana for a job in man. Yes. That's the ruling. It's from best I'm going to be of you. Now, the former president, Mamma, now represented by you. No. The partners I have a about the house of you. Now, some can see maintaining him of the asset. Kama you speak of parliament hono aduma minority leaders on here me been bo baso I congratulated them for that aduma no moye no because here kwana de na pai ana you say independent ba kan moye nya 130 but here to abanu here no omunya 130 you nya 136 it means the leaders kuni aduma parliament ho na ne ya pai yakọ ebe na wie na mpanifo ya te say Babo by your friends and Babo Black by a more gun after Oman Puntu. Bako into consensus about Jinipana to Zomla made Mamagana. Tamika Zidane was it on the Asia. Namata they do so I reply. Bepa to move at this time. I reply. So business man said, on what can answer and leadership. There's any panel who know a question to know as I don't know. I'm a medium money and this leadership. There can't be any party no and now in Abawino. What you say? And who as a leader, what man a president the young one the power. Now be away in the parliamentary parliament. Now mine put to the Wabama on minister. What you want to say? Manchester on possible. Because we have to say that leaders about parliament with the piano. Or mine put to the bepe, better local interest. So people told me I mine put to encourage. Yep, what about the bias? I don't know. Then this is on the asset or pound with the parliament and put me as a stadium. This is the answer. This is one of the bank number one and bedroom. Now, Sadiana, some Aya, or some million beat said it. A Sukan Macra to some million. Not all Cassatium and Ghana, not all for a president, a good one now. All going to say a year, Uriakatwa, a good one, say or Canadian. No, we're not going to want to about Yawa. Put the wow air course a parliamentary. But anyway, now I think that's the jam ever. I can say, you did the leaders in Zolabacasa. Never seen a region this you Ghana, but I don't know from that.
Yeah, I see obeying all my album design.
Okay, now say.
A radiadum patch on me who are dimpa, my into me, Bema. And there, oh my powerful, well elaborating me motivational message in the powerfully on Facebook. Great job.
Yeah. Le mo mo ma in fact nipa and someone mo kana mo ma ni to kana. Before me start to program, some of us ni na e mo se wi asono ika ni out bia no. Eso who say that so.
Exactly.
Eso who ko na who say Nyankopon en ko na ni to be so when dey beba.
Yeah.
But so when ba so be to gina no.
Exactly. Yeah.
In fact no mo na mo na na boy pa. Opo me ko manim. Amenchia Mr. Danso Edan 8 acres. Amenchia Ghana 4 na makojago mo America Montessori Seminar. Opo a day before Enra a friend okaya me bo mani trabaso pa.
Yeah.
Na before me the bo mani trabaso na analysis na oye no true analysis no and I'm the can as the kasari opo bo mabaso. NP to call bia no so ba bo mabaso.
Yeah.
The account analysis of Manucho bet now and then some of us yeah. So far the program on quad.
Yeah.
I mean Tiena that's the Tiena ne o kamena when Adria.
Of course.
Who can say we say oh sound actually we should forgive you. Oh sound I didn't know so sound and that's how sound because oh yeah analysis. It is all sound now go end to force on now also. Unsema ukane ndeni na so kwatia it is all sana as the na ukatia it no ma force na so meba me de dwenu mebeba because Professor Jampo obi an so a lecture at University of Ghana was the only lazy thinkers nation workers will use such a strategy to win justice. Professor Jampo so to say wa so manucho onso na de no Professor Kwakwaza, Obianim say a non-MPP member, or a professor or some lawyer, so many years.
And they can ask them any Domelevo.
Sir, only a non-MPP member, a person, lawyer for so many years experience. That Supreme Court equal in the outcome to court again was also. They do maybe call back to a extreme concept. I'm a Ghana public trouble now. And Manuto once somehow can who make you point. Yes, he himself saying granted, say, and this for any evidence. And no could be empty because of produce of PC for silence of empty before me mouth. Granted, say, and this for your fire PC, uncle. Granted, say, and this for any evidence like we see Ghana for time, of course. Try and answer for my case useless for a Supreme Court. The nation come end this case near useless no mami de mensa wonu na yesen come gina adakamu no we dia dance no need evidence figures near the nyina be figure so say na de na tie so who need to that sanity after the kokko evidence na na wo say nya sanity ko pabla what they declare results 9 and yet you what the sister no and yet you also have the sister no figures the he Panama binde Manucho you before Manucho say MPP na do don kwa kufa ababe no the win election ubetimi aka you busa excellency na do don kwa kufa na oni na di gala for me say figures 10 wonya ya na odi you busa the men sana nkasa wonu nkasa declare results figures get no the begina to declare results na ubetimi aka e say the declare in life no ade ake 10 was 9 dey na error Some the so be or some better stand no and no say kwa error go be stand 11 near error go dey court no say and you say we na say we want now we analysis now we go here because some of us no and now we go to say until they will can say now we are fair to us that me no say ya because who akwanya so be your analysis but who case we ninja if we are nutrient in our analysis, I won't some of us are bad so that when we talk about analysis, the back I mean your politics. It is only analysis that don't quite tell the party now. The bad don't quote the same thing. We will crown or else I make them feel some more from so many why. I don't agree to one of minority leader. About a friend say Muntaka, one of a majority minority chief. What I'm with now to share how much your course on a course. It is one young bonus to war. And tonight, who may have that very day and an answer to Abano. It's not more call parliament now, signing part 12 no, uncle Ambano, one of your master some members signing part 12 number. And now minority check when I say you was here, when I say organize or more members, who make sure so we have a parliament. So money agenda there, when I say we make sure say 12 minutes number to say the 7 January no. And it's not one thing normal parliamentarians will be a parliament that very particular day. Now we can quote now acquire Sarden. 1 year pass of one more. About to as a Ghana, 4 years Mama Ghana, 1 year Mama Edith, but as a Bambabi, who say, any before your Kuntaka parliament, and maybe we are soldier for the parliament. So many intimidating and call for, and we have the case was there, that's one secret way, and one headache, the first to me. It's in the pen of the Coconut the Speaker of Parliament. And then MP
and any pen as a fighting a man as his own champion NDC course on Qua.
And before and the reasons almost 7 say, well, our cooks in your face, but still also not better. So behind say by your first agreed minister and you know why and you are still before generality. Once I did probably at the point deal crack, said the night at the point deal and not okay. Give you to see the Sunday. 3 years now, by your first attorney general. Emma Mena so far cook the country, every country electoral say that I didn't there, 1 to 1 there, 1 plus. Still MPP and then the MPP parliament. Yeah, that's it. The parliament for the interest of the MPP. And then it was more as the interest of the MPP. I didn't want to have more money. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's it. More fire. Maybe Joe Worcester Hana was it to us, Mammy 2972.
Yeah, Oppo.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Titi abom design.
Nyamiadom.
Me ho ye pa nyamiadom.
Yeah, Oppo as for Manucho, the people they shouldn't mind him. This is one of those who they know the truth, but so far that if he says it is going to be against never say that. So people we should just leave him, let him do whatever he wants to do. If you know the truth, but you fail to say it the way it is up to you. Before the Mesa and the other two subordinates, those who are the 3 top EC officials, who appointed them? Was Matare and Kweku, who appointed, even though none of the Dr. Kufado, the Supreme Court justices, 7 of them, it's only one person that was appointed by President Mahama. The rest, they were all appointed by Nana Dodoko Akufo-Addo. The Chief Justice.
But Titi, are you trying to infer that because Nanado appointed them, that's why Nanado won the case, or what? Is that why you are driving at?
So, Oppo, are you telling me in Ghana? Sometimes we need to speak the truth. Are you telling me in Ghana? It is not here in the United States, even here in the United States. When Donald Trump was appointing Supreme Court justices, they made sure to appoint someone who believes in the Republicans. The same thing happens in Ghana. And if the Ghana is even worse, are you saying that now the Dr. Akufo-Addo appointing those Supreme Court justices, he doesn't know where they belong to? You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Nana Dr. Akufo-Addo knows where those Supreme Court justices that he appoints. He knows where they belong to. And he knows
Titi, listen, let me tell you this. You said Donald Trump appointed a Supreme Court judge who believes in conservative ideas. You are right. But do you also know that the same Supreme Court judges Donald Trump appointed rejected his election petition that it has no merit? Are you aware? No, I'm just asking you. No, I'm asking you.
I know that.
Okay. So the fact that you appoint somebody doesn't mean that even if you don't have a case on legal grounds, the person will just taint their legal reputation and say that, oh, Nana Addo put me here, Donald Trump put me here, so let me just do his course.
I understand what you are saying.
Okay.
But please, when it comes to Ghana, don't compare Ghana to a Supreme Court judge in the United States.
Can I give you a typical example in Ghana about the EC? Kojo Afarijan was appointed by Jerry John Rawlings, but he declared elections for J. Akufo.
That is what I'm saying. It depends on the person. It depends on the person.
So don't you think with this example we shouldn't be presumptive that it is because
can you let me speak?
Okay.
Can you let me speak?
Okay, I just wanted to put some things in order.
Whatever they do, we judge them by everything that they do. I'm telling you, those Supreme Court justices. Why is it that Justice Enim Yepua as the Supreme Court
as Chief Justice? Yeah.
Why did he appoint? Why did he panel 6 of the Supreme Court justices? Why?
But they are all Supreme Court justices.
Look, we have Supreme Court justices who sat in the 2012-2013 Supreme Court petition. Yes, most of them are there. They are rulings, the rulings that they gave, they are there up to today. Even if you don't want to, why don't you include some of them into the deeds? These are all fresh Supreme Court justices appointed by the Nando Akufo-Addo. And you expect them to rule against him? That will not happen in Ghana, Opo. It will not happen. And Opo, one thing I want to tell Manucho is, Manucho, don't just go and be saying on the radio station that NDC people did not present how will I describe it?
A good case.
Everything, they don't have like an evidence. They didn't present a tangible evidence for the court. Opo, are you listening to me?
Very well, by my own Hanama Fujipa.
The reason why I'm saying this is Chachu wanted to ask 12 questions. I believe so strongly that in the course of if the Supreme Court justices have allowed threat to happen, those evidence will be brought. Again, Chachu wanted to admit facts. All those and Manucho is telling us that the NDC did not present evidence to the court.
Okay, Titi, what are you talking
about? If all those things that you wanted to admit facts, does he know what those facts are? It does Manucho. Does he know what those facts are?
Okay, Titi. Titi, my MPK another caller. Thank you very much, my big brother Titi. Kojo poku to asuma me we are na Mexico. Kojo poku yanko.
Okay, my son was present na edikano ko ame panja sonko e ma me ame boss mani try na je and the so I want to see a pan. Okay, and just so for it to present you come the day at the plan. Now, at the end of the day, I let you there, and your man, and then as my power, or your man, unity radio, any kind of power, you unity radio now. Okay, me comment, I'm sure, I am a I will have a party on the money, Mama, and some of the about you. So, we have a part for the money, Mama, to need to cover, because the Julia, Supreme Court at the Bible, or the need to. Nanso ọbẹ̀yẹ nìkan yà ọ̀yẹ́ sọ ẹ̀yẹ yà ọ̀pọ̀ náà ń sẹ́mi ìkíni wọ́n yà ọ̀ ọ̀bẹ̀ka yà ọ̀dì ní yẹ 2012 yẹ wíyẹn náà náà bẹ̀dá àgbà kùfà the press conference ó nà òdì ká bọ̀ òdì náà ọmọ congratulation ètò ọ̀pọ̀ sọ wọ́n dìbí ayẹ ẹ̀pẹ̀ àbí ìyẹ̀jẹ̀ ó sì ẹ̀dìjẹ́ wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀yà náà dìbí náà ẹ̀dọ́ kòkò dúdìá ẹ̀nà ẹ̀dẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ó ti náà bẹ̀ náà bọ̀ ẹ̀kẹ́ Ghana nyinaa sẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ sáà sẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ó nyí ntù náà so bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn Supreme Court na attention yen na ya fa na wo ya ba pa no he say Ghana wa di so pa yen na ya ba pa ni ko ya ndi sam na yen ti sam na yen party ya sama enya dia wa ya papa to yen ti asra no fa na kaza na wa kan dia me dia beta ya me ko dia anka omna abonche na ko me ya no dia o ta ta dia ntina dia menta ama ko ta me and some of the queen now, focusing on winning to enter with your in on mobile. Now, question then, no matter a chasm, I mean, about the yellow. ya wa har na ce duka ta ko na ko kinu amma mu ma no number 3 ama mu so on 30 years Protect your opponent and have it out for the 51 now. If you get baby, what does it? Then your friend say, Sammy Delphi, about the carbon change for the Mosin and I'm my one or more than 20. And then another down for you, my phone or more than empty for me and you're going to buy it. And yes, I will be into of Johnny and the rest of me. Only 9 years ago, now I'm not for any Dana. Now empty for any and talk on home for the battle, but answer me. And your ending is one of the after a year, man. And your man appointed Charlotte. And your man idea to come now by it. And the agreement of the appointed the added Namoka the judges, no, and I and another down to find an appointed now, Mumu, the number one appointee ever. Okay. When Charlotte ever, now, when appointed I took one more other judges and when appointed target, yes, so Mumma in Kabu, Mayans, Michael Fudana. Now, for him, I'm actually because I chance the answer Liverpool. Make that chance. When I'm okay about the own protect for it.
Okay, Chelsea share Liverpool. Kojopuku kan ampa oya de. Mame mfa menu be ma Max in Canada. We are na number B or so before Sammy. Max, my into Canada for here.
Yakopo Adomo Maximo how Canada da me child with TFU nyira na emi nia be ma manucho.
Yeah, you so.
Popo anope wa nyefre to me. Because I was all my Nicho who said, radio near international radio.
Yeah.
Now, the Ocaso be to me the one not restaurant, or more than us, so more really production and the city of Motiwa not.
Our mom
what to me the putty be or Ghana or Canada.
Ghana for the day, and you more Ibia and you winning, and I say, oh, mammy, the number or Facebook. Na ye mana dia wo de wo wa bridge wo Ghana wo Canada e pese Canada fo nyamba no chikum de wo amadia wo de bebo yeah
Ghana you practice democracy name you promote political tolerance
yeah
because say we upon TV na the we be upon no NMPP but the NMPP so upon and this is so far no so upon there and on your democracy
yeah
didn't very ya omuyi what's the essence of very ya omuyi and for so be pan and what very ya omuyi because obi anywa wo emlana etrese obi tinye yi na free 92 aya practice na and so offices see vacant was a minister ekono okoye na djuma so ya tino atena parliament aye say ya vetino na ene mutaka nim say Samijan fitimi bibi atem na so nim say ade na ewiase nyira ya da na se eso aka na kore now me fata kora de die no
yeah
court na kasa wateli emrantia no for to death as I say.
Was sentenced to death, yeah.
Need to cancel. Justice, no. But in real pay.
Yeah.
Because almost everybody in the coin, and Korano, all these finance, no, CID was what me out, natural security, also me out, no, and Tosuko, near Kuhu. Now, so what will be a little wrong, man? Would you Ghana, your public institution, or your hypocrisy, being LGBT? So obi for abrochire ba no le partner onim say mlane say yeti LGBT na so obeti nyama game nya ofra abrochire bo le partner visa e dia ene na kire say mlane wo ewo ho say ukutia no ene dia enti your public institution no hypocrisy no omunyane Yennfa mlane nya adwuma nya practice democracy nya political tolerance
ya da CP Max ya cha Canada funya na ababa wisada be ada ababa bia na obedi waduano wa no jigrum why
Mate.
Okay, before Sammy Ghana ni ba ku bi wo manim ansa na Sammy akọ ye mbajo ya
anani
na o jamba ma twafo hene asante mampon kontonchi di she
bema
nana me nti
obo ye kwala obo ule no ameka se test ba we ni tu be ama wana
nana odi na mam nana odi na mam odi na mam odi ne be ma yenya 3 points bank
be ko na ni so ade yenya 3 points I know the SC then you go 5 4 but kuna mana one about so one who you want some walk to the ama one am come na you two the very the 3 points yeah I mean I know what say commitment and this use when a packet stage now so you are brandy and then boy you go for you go so and you so now and then one is just super money free
Africa Nana Africa president me pacha online no dede o mute phone no mame sa wo kasa na we year free mute Mr. Africa president oba line no sisi noise wo mpa Mr. Nana to aso
and the me kan some dem begin and so omunin dada be no why you go da and o dey bi wo na dey ba for American so po Saturday guest media na and for sentence so yes yeah deaf your sentence for deaf and
yes for deaf yeah deaf yes say
why the best time
president never sign
you say you think making the person but to know for sign for the community you know be economy significant message people right it's near fine for me I think it is a present minister here. I'm a sign from Toso Dugona, the sentence on there for no one and I'm not the more. I say, pardon, you mostly there for the Domaba. At the end, life in prison. The one about yes, your money, yes, oh, that's when you see a movie there for the Afan and the with the SSC. I'm a sentence not done for one. Don't you say you move your every day? You best sign for Namano. Fine for the meeting fine. Come on, sign them for yeah, and do
Nana Ujam Bema, Trafo Hene, Ewo Asante Mampo, Same Maintiu, Ewo West Legon.
Opo masom the name West Legon na mamoni opo nyame na nza me come zan chef for mutimi sheba ku bi opo mu yede de okumu mu sheba ku bi amuje bede chef for no
utima gu Spain Real Madrid say mo twa famobo o be kan ye de o match abo na no wa modro
Liverpool mu so mo wa mu ye de Aston Villa so mo sabi mu nye de Chelsea for mu sheba
ko de mu kani Liverpool she ne de mo say o mo ye Premier League champions o mo ye European champions o mo ye world champions yen kwan ko she bi dia de mu kani ye da mo ase
o mi mama mo de mi mama mo say mo ya de ba ya mu susu ngata right o bo mama come time to tewuna afofo embra say Sami Jamfi ni attitude no afei na NDC gurus na kasa omo the way a guy no sit so the Jerry Katam said the babies sharp teeth no afei no omo be say guy no ono ne NDC
na say Jerry can babies with sharp teeth na Sami Jamfi onye communications director no nka ho
o na say na papa so posa no kasa
no set record among 13 years that time no nka ho he was talking about those ministers okujeto black amone I friend say they know education minister
for me that make Jerry about baby whether not Sami can no me be can say baby to substitute or no say we can be categories no we can be so when this is down for you know that guy I don't know much in the year. Because or no, and this is down for now. Now, I am a dead, a jabo, Chakade, Sa, Opoya, Palaya, Omoko. But sentence, I sentence doesn't conform to death. No, you should use them as a scapegoat. So, people tracking, no, to be pay, no, couldn't often ready. MP, obit me for actually, not the Sekako, no, couldn't often ready. Me says, Saturday, we Juma. Kwase okumu bia obatu yenu make we Kenya ye be bu ye be bu for na sa nyama na tuka kana ye na no person ye sa de we na and this and semo dana aka ye me do tap no ye Mahama opo anka as a statesman as he is ya kokot do asema kokot ye hwehwe mu ni Mahama wasem no you need a cotton who say, and to say a big food na do Twana Mamusan. Said or no Yama 2012 no Anka quickly so about bunching me ma congratulations on that on your juma even though and can be called really congratulations but they are all idea as a still I think in the kind of the question was
okay. Daddy boat. They online him. Daddy boat. They online him. Okay. Samia, that's Africa president to Asumame. We are now hydrogen ko. Not Daddy boat in Zaba.
John Dramano Mahama, one friend and other Uncle Gretena Bonabena womb. 2012 Muyabiana. Yet, decades in 2012, Nanado Babon, you say a case now and a fortune of the Babon. You will think, or man wants to get to a jet to be a man, Kanamiboa. Okay, I don't know. One man, Mama, says that. Who is I don't know and what I did Antiam. Let me know no video, you know, yes, Manuela, MPs, come on, but two I government Abano. Omuyomo, yeah, and Yaboma Basu. Omuyomo, Yaboma Basu, to what I didn't and Yaman car. The back is at home. You can get a man not I didn't see a more Korea, Kotanami, meeting nothing. I used to go for the sale. Mono Mude, Yadamo Passomo. That's one after Parliament about to about Passoma, also my anchor. Come in video, you know, Yana, you're supporting the supporting China. Come on, say, Yana, over your episode. Yes, they are your Momo episode. So why you don't and yet they have Maya. 4 years in the Wahaya. What time is up? You won't win in jail or much my years when I hear you. That is so much. Did they submit a victim? Yes, support. And my menka, I took a man as a Mukaka. Can I? Yes, and there's no more or more this album. Let the 2 down for no consultation to office. Because Manu will make us a man. I will point to Mutaba. But I'm not going to phone Colamba, and they mustn't take so much or Macum Colano. The Mamma overcatted down upon the Gata for the Colano Theatre. In the 10 I am. I'm your quotidian Diamond. I'm O can see I Dinana. O can see I Mamitiwana. CID Tiwana Oka. One was a make a Pinoko. Okay. To all the scare from the old one. What the Texas will say on Colani Theatre. Except on Baba. You are not I think that's been so much. No, with your own and yes, we are the CP Africa president. I'm a family in Bema. That when also. How do you mean to that would line a drop? Okay, and I'm a family in 24 Unity Radio and Ofay. I mean, you be an Ofay. Now, I'm a Manutu Yamankan on idea of who we are Yaman Yamano. In your courier, why yes, some damages be a clear, no, even if you know. Mammy, here, you need no bab on Tim Becker and Colana Epiason. Maybe I'm not no, I had expect them say Colana Epiason. If you don't think cafe, the Siano, your papa want to say Colana with you also resign. Only time maybe I Colana a film. You name into your car and no one summer. I have my young can you 2012. There be Baba your friend is hydrogen. Mami tiwa no an babo ntin beka say onim baby ankwala no won ankwala no ye safe omo ya alive ono an beka and I chiri no ono an sa beka say na or yes not to create panic no mpese ye yembe hihie nti no yes which was wrong nti de enya na nye e amususu argue on party lines. Ono ko police ni ade na moko fa no de oye na enye ade enye na enye matuase obo 22 obo ka ya ma ya ko court no every before court you went along with our things ye kana for obi ehu say e du be mo ka say 270 so ka ya number no you say mistake be akọ so baby
This time around so mama more MPP near court. You who be there say if you are your no now you serious you see the buy you and I don't know you're wrong into your figure you of the buy and then you who at them no edit ya mo say more concrete evidence the amba into the anya dia ye bu asem no e dia mamo na ka do mama wa ba bo se ne na na da go fa de ye no so even po se na na do go dan kwa fa phone tan fra wo kra na oba ko ti ma ka se Ghana nti o de ache it you know the e be bia no e fi ni e ti no ne no se for ye se de e wa ai en na da go fa do ba ya ba tra so ai na e ma e madam de e yi ni pe ana alert what you have on here o go so akofo o se ma me dey say the back or you be na e it's so ya o na ko e ya lo for me ko ya bi pro ya ko go o mo ri sinu ma no ya no eso no ma me say mo na mo dey ma back ni tanya dia be ba be che dia mama na te ba be yesi mungu asem no nya ya o tina kan na so ma ba bo say ya na me kai ya ma sama no congratulations you ni ma sama da kan akọsi ka se ya ma ni ko ti be dia you see aga na nya ya sum de na people can to force nya kan no if the umbra ponting number ma na do da kwa kwado congratulations message because dia da the Ghana airport no emu ada pa and I don't bank
okay yes yeah that's CP okay yes yes mamimva daddy boat aduzo daddy boat kasa yetio
yo go me cha na me cha abigafo na me cha me nyanum MPP manyina omo mukuru mu ho Sinai East MP honorable Kwasham na chema ti otie mo ni Ignatius Baforia Minister for Labor no obo uti bi di nkugo bi na wa fele sa uko fi okra na wa ti kwa uduru etete ko school ya bo boys am so na wo wi a ukwa uti bi Kwasham bi na de pen ni atwe number bi aka ho ya che wa o se an say mi teacher ni no time nti o se me o tre ma de na man fa man na o be ka story bi sa say e be ji watu bi na ya ndisi for no because the why asema na mudi ko nyina timamu fo nyina mamu party fo bi mu ka kira mu say ade na mudi ko no parliamentarians ni de no ya di tum say akonko de ya nya bi but MP no president ni de enya djuma enso epopa sie du katia ene tuko no awo wo papa ya chia former president yanko na ya preso wo me trasi 8 months ya Yennfa Adwene yesu yanko ye omubi na omubi afi omo se eyamra ene ye koka no o se sabi agembo ni ba kura timo to nwumu bi no o kwa ya aburo se den ko mai no be ka chire enso nshanka jaji se ne pa se omudi kan ba to odi desi ba se desi se ene ye be bu asem no nshanka o ka o ko na se ko mu jina so no omudi redraw mu case no sasa po na omudi ko no amam enso potapa ni eni e denti se e ba bi omudi aba na o mani nyina e se na the former president who can say only go to nya agene ne de e ka ja ka nyina ya chibi se if papa biem na we do case be ko if papa biem na ndisi for mu di mu case be ko wa wo mo maburu ni ko ebu afu wo bi na sami je fi e ti ne wo o ti ne wo ene maburu ni bi company for so no na ka ya sa ya ko to aba ape speaker no ene de MP bi ebe to ma NDC ni mani do nya speaker now they ko to area wuti waga etiare ko wo etiare agi papa bia ni sabi NDC fo bi mutim nti omo kasa omo ka ma sam no like omo nti omo ni no omo mpo omo ni ye e ko omo nko aso omo ti amamu so na omo di omo furu na omo emu na nya ntokwa na na si omo emu sika die fufu pa nti na me tu NDC fo no ene omo ti nche omo nya mi san ni nti no Omajini, awajini nyina so amane ense na moye nyina na se so muntura ba bi ben shanka nya me se odi e papa akufa do amaye na wase ama na agene ade bi obe ya hawa ba oman ni mu bia no ya me sa ama na agene esa ama na fankyere e me nyina ya sore na ya ko ene like influence so akwaya oye school and grow bi be so de be bi mpa na wo
okay
what o san si ya ma o me nti mi ka chen bi say omo ne pa wo mu nyina na asa NDC na ya dada omo pe ba bi na no mo ko renew NDC no mo sanra opo nya me ma de panchi there that's it.
Yes, that's CP Daddy Boot. Thank you very much. Unity Radio 103.9. I'm a member of Worcester. Now I'm in family near Bema Bako. My name is Shadana. My punishment. My manager line is watch it. You near Bema Edusan line. So Edusan pum to say. Nyamiadum. My intel contribution now in Komo on yedi. Okay, sir, we are not the amount of it.
Saturday, sir, you know, I assume. I don't know, sir. That death planet, you know, sir. Ghana, it's a death planet, you know, or Munya Fadi, and I say, I feel almost out of the
say, I just a judge in that country, I see death penalty.
Okay. I'm going to say, and the person I'm going to put
okay. Yeah, that's it. And Ryan, you have been Dusa. I predict say Chelsea be winning 1-0 over Liverpool. In the prediction, I'm telling you, could do not chicken, but could no. Made the Bema of S is here. Why did you not smile?
But and then I'm not going.
And they are so percent because you know, Minya the could no more. That man happens or Goji
Monday.
Pre Monday, are they? What can you mana?
I'm a Goji.
I'll bet my Goji Monday. Why?
That Monday,
it is a Tuesday, yeah.
But which one address no?
A new one or
a new one
2 coast square coast near COES CCES
okay.
Name number 2 unim first baby ana tintin buffet one why so what na crew match some crew man penifo and the first baby ana tintin buffet on off Park Avenue no no and the general so you code off why me can be be fa no do anim kan bia na nipa kro bako akoto no no onim adusa na wakwaji okay general zuma
empanifo kan wo se aboa enwa wo hwe ne husu yi a ye fra no wotope no kura trodo no wa opoku jamfi wa bin adwumam wanyin aba beye otope anada ho no empanifo se enipa da sane hu donti anaboa kama di na chi kwa abeso na nyansanfuo se yensem pa na abese wutie dia ene Worcester bonte so ha onua ya sanse Unity Radio ho ani nsemihiegu
for all the latest news, sports, politics, entertainment, health, traffic, weather and more. Listen to Unity Morning with Opo National, the only morning show you need. Now,
Unity Radio 103.9 with your foyer brand so it mean file free be yes sorry so na yeah the mercy and if you had Royal Baby the thank God is Friday party bebremo our late drive Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita yenu abema Kalusha boya enso abeka yensawa ha na Kalusha ka so beba me issue obi offer 10:34 sese no obedu na about 12 something. Hey, Africa time. Manu,
yes.
African time. Kabibicha na man for the gususu for gu. Mama kwa anzu for gu Kalusha sugaka.
I mean,
hey, I don't know. As what melo man busy. Come here, card day meet up. Enra kra me ba haja. Obetra ese obeja me. Obi our friend 2 hours later no aba. Kagunu so ande o.
I first time I saw Abakot.
Kalusha first time.
First time while late. So Abantem. Last time Betono.
I can't. Na.
I see that's the beauty of the show and everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes you step on toes. You step on toes. I mean, in your sharing your opinion, somebody finds the opinion as not being a good opinion, but we enjoy all of them.
Opinions can never be the same.
They are like
when people disagree with you on a show.
Of course. Me put your friend I've done this thing for I'm going for my 12th year. And which me show not 30 minutes could be unfair. No one show no be afraid to do a tempo. It's a beauty.
You are interacting with
exactly.
The people.
Somebody is listening and you've gingered his intellect and the adrenaline to pick up his phone, dial the number and call. So we appreciate everyone. And that's when you know to grow our country. I agree. We agree
to disagree to
exactly.
move Ghana
getting the woman would have been the biggest gain for the whole Ghana. But if it didn't happen, let's use another channel. Obeko Parliamentary Select Committee in Nimsako and a parliament in Akko stewardship. And I believe interest, he'll be forced to answer certain things, questions to go forward. And yes, on answer that, but as to answer for you to win there, Alabraka next 4 years.
Okay, Kaluja. But your mama can use the Casaneja to Mudena video. It is a now time when you
this time.
Where there?
Boko.
Dear course be an idea Caribbean Alcana Monday in Sober Bantam.
Yeah, was a fairly there. What's a red dude there? Say issues in our address here. Was I never quite Hagana partisan, politics.
Okako hana na MPP for no more yada. Chaka na oditwe na.
NDC for na say ho. Enko form dum ko police stations no. The side time say omunya say enko form ni adin no. Ompe ko form ni made. Because most of the time no. Omo de enko form ko koto a aba mo de mo akoto say am police stations so no. Ebi mo kro mo ni ha yi be say am din. So that say. We say na mo ha mo ho. And the abana say the facts ne e ba beto na say kase mo go fa pink sheet mra. Woko for Yennfa. What I say? It is high time say will be any kasa ne kasa de na say oh party ne kwane de madi munim no emwa. So me yarsa no mani na betumi abuama on party.
Why you feel say no na mo manya enough evidence?
That's it. Na because go be come dwenjo.
Na press conference, I mean press conference say amo numbers cheso ma win election na mo nya hwe no mo kasa.
Oh. No mess me no mess on the mom. I didn't know court to a case of patient in Brano.
No play mind games.
My mind game was NDC for no most of the time. Yana because propaganda no na Ghana for so much me on day. No money how is kasa. What I say? And no my my Ghana for I used to them. What I say at high time say that's when we change your strategy no. Opo so strategy we no I cake. Right now, no, elections time, radio stations are more for because already stations for more you cry you're credible. Say you Ghana no, you cover your first elections. I the beba home. Now, many times we say election time, and I say, obi the information and our figures be bar. Your friend, for Oma Maya, Massino, your friend, a be error of the error, mathematical errors. So I say, error no. I bet me to say be a +5 or -5. And say most definitely to say if you are dealing with numbers, and yet certain say my minimum I bet me a 100%. Say research on year friends say COVID year by year almost say friends saying Pfizer for ne Moderna for no 95 for 94 no. And yet 100% say yes there's some error of
margin of
error. A woman on the aba efficacy rate on marking efficacy rate for Pfizer and Moderna
and
Johnson almost say efficacy rate is 72 but death 85% and almost say hospitalization and death those kind of stuff no statistics so Oko statistical data no scientists no ho and then say mathematicians so almost studies na data ne be no and no see akwa ma be mistakes o de be background komenya da figures no enkanya yi na Mammy, I be a said you no need statistics.
But I think that mistake that still doesn't justify.
No, my mistake.
Yeah, to about. No. Ghana near first election.
No, mistake.
I am from so I jet to but we shouldn't justify.
I don't know. Say director of director of elections, and now that mathematics, Right now because of first night there in Kamoko try be abo, but because of social media, no, they should be very careful. Social media na e bi nipa ni bebrebe enti bibi ka krebi oba be ye no bi be fa bibi akọtra no so aba be kasa ama for tie social media for no so enti friends opo if they want to do a normal year next time year omo nya rehearsals ni omo nya say omo hwe no mani
beyond that I agree to all that you say. NDC should prove beyond reasonable doubt that there's malice intended in the numbers. Once I say okay India I say go handle a lot of data, you can make mistakes, which
right.
but
I think it's still not justified.
No, but the point is,
I don't mean
mistake.
Yeah, the point is,
no, but Freja made mistake too. after jumbo election be correcting, but I
no,
said
but what figures are also 9.
But the four issue there should be that a malice or intent that it will turn the results. What is no,
I agree to that. I'm not saying I'm not saying say the results of the election.
That means it's
that's I'm not saying I'm not saying say the results of the election would have been changed by any figures that she made. She did mention, but I won't say that will give people room for doubt.
Exactly.
So because already NDC for Jane say Nanado effort so Pamo Charlotte or say Nanado for so Pamo Charlotte or say to bring her own son or Mukau.
Yes, of course.
Charlotte or say so ne you must start your Muntokano. Yes, so much discover. They were their own enemies. Someone they create more problems and buy. But still, people believe say Jen Mensa by to give and that's President Mahama Kreka says she came to solidify
or reducing that doubt.
Exactly my point.
Giving a number at least once, twice we can.
Any person should say there will be any. Now what's the number back? No, you confirm as almost suspicious.
Yeah, but you're based on
mathematically, maybe to me, they were a mistake.
Wow.
To me,
let's.
To me, mathematically, to me, why a mistake?
Yeah, how? Help us to it.
Because also the total valid vote and total valid vote cast. And there was confusion. Total valid cast should not. Any question should have come into the equation.
Yeah. So she made a mistake. I admit it.
Rejected ballot
should be taken out when we are making that.
She still made a mistake.
Mathematically,
she still made a mistake because there were valid vote.
I understand you.
Yeah, but to us say, the rejected ballot should not be used in the discussion of percentages.
But I mean, I made a mistake. But okay, me a mistake or yeah, say or a total vote cast. No, a baby can't sign no man. Because in natural
that is still a mistake. What is a mistake?
No, because total, that election, total vote cast, and
you made a mistake.
Any bearing election results.
Your total vote cast and your total valid vote cast.
And I'm saying total vote cast.
Should not be used in the percentages.
And the percentages
of the winner. It should be added. But
is that not a mistake? Is that not a mistake?
Only quantity. What about winners validity? Because someone say, total invalid vote is 2%.
2%.
That one should be known.
That should be known.
Say when you can't win we don't use it because it's very confusing. That's why you made a mistake.
That is the mistake we are talking about.
That's the mistake we are talking. Yeah, mathematically, but
mathematically, statistics. No,
but you see,
I know should not come into.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Mathematically, she still even made a mistake. I'm using your own ways against you.
The contention is that should the rejected ballot be part of the percentages now? That was the confusion. The woman added it.
That's right.
That's why you film. By that, it's a mistake. Your math. Now, baby, answer so it was a mistake. It's not a mathematical mistake.
Mathematically, no.
Yeah, why mistake? But one
you couldn't convince me though.
No.
Mathematically, she still made a mistake. Because you added what you were not supposed to add.
No,
to get your percentage.
Once there is an addition, there is a mass there.
Percentage, the amount of confusion.
Yeah, but
the amount of confusion by say, or can't total vote cast, any valid cast. Now, my amount for can say
no one can say admit is why mistake.
Mistake. But you have a Florida, you have Charlotte to say to ask. Sometimes Ghana and higher.
This is not our first election. This is the first easier. What must our controversy we have?
It's me next time. I don't remember suggesting say so.
She was under no pressure. No one can say the cast will be declared ban 24 hours. And also cast say own to me. Obey a press conference. We're extending. Even if you went for 3 days, because Constitution says 72 hours.
Yes.
Obi and for so.
And you
can even ask for more.
You see, mathematically, or qualifying, so I agree with him.
If you take longer time, to get the results accurate and right to clear doubt.
No, but send a bank or you see why you can't go.
Make sure say in mathematics, no, we talk something margin of errors. Made by what I say, made by plus 5 or minus 5. And in this case, what was the margin of error?
Made a mean check margin of error. But she has still made a mistake.
Oh, mistake!
This mistake. The way you crank obey. One say total valid broadcast na percentage of a winner. She used the total.
Why would you bring the total
ballot rejected ballot in your?
Say no, your total vote cast.
Exactly.
And what total valid?
Because she's inexperienced.
The rejected ones are all part of the total valid total vote cast.
Any Charlotte say any Kuda Farijai. Omoba. Oma may say you be da. Omoba, no Mabakacho say elections in a scene.
No, they almost pencil down. Omoka say yet to about nipa to aba nyina say no mark percentage
now almost right to the valid.
Yeah, but that's how it's supposed to be done.
But where the woman where there or can we no or can total valid cast, you know. That was a total vote cast, you know. And now I'm for say which one, which is which.
But even that now Sambe correct how many times have you come out? My figures
so some number of votes were still added to the total valid broadcast.
That's mathematical
mistake. Okay, we are for everyone so. Yeah, that's that can say ma Dan Auto Repairs, Nabiam Barbering Salon. Ebi so called the ama KM Raf Roofing. Also Taichi Dan Auto Repairs, the indefatigable down so and then the Juma for a boy yachi don my de bremo. Sanso and the ma Rich Way Auto School, 70 James Street, bra. Na enkojo license ma unya na baby a also a boy in Chidom. Ya dey asena PSA ma Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon. Sanso na Raf G Man Driving School. So far Jima say bra na onjo license ema also e kan he ho tai yachi. Anochi Cold Store. Yef enef ya dai. Obisa Kalusha o Yesujani Manucho Yesujani a hono mu kotwitwa omunam. Ya warefo no de ye kwa ne yerenom na ekọ. So eno no Anochi Cold Store 58 Hamilton. Udi Ujawa Anochi Trading 54 no twitwa onam ewo 58 na de akoge say susupie pie ntu ba faako no udi dwa no ha na ya say twitwa onam ama ni nyina no ya Anochi 54 58 Hamilton Street. Omu nyina ka ho bi taechi ena edi dwumedi Abraham Ote Manucho Maganda Gaucho Margarita La Molina mempeme ho asem ena nipa oka se oba ne abedi dwuma na ofre 1034 no beduru ha 1208 me kan nyina me bobayo Kalusha boya yenua bema ayene na ye radio gam ka se Asborg ko bobo na ye goalkeeper mboa Songo na nedago amba Songo na nedago
Songo dego
now Kalusha na wo bench wanya bia mo sata na Kalusha bobo no bobo papa na Kalusha bobo
ola SICKLE wetin happen na say
Tom Kruger na asa enzo by force no per selection Tom de no na countryman Songo na ye goalkeeper Kumasi Asborg ni Accra Asborg
ye share
anaso
mo Accra Kumasi Sports Stadium
and celebrities versus presenters eno no ye sata ma obo mo musicians no near the tour 2016 no and you saying 2008 elections no
2008
then na Lumba ball na arena no dey 2008 eno MPP Lucien yeah Mark Brown unya ball was one for me yeah
one for me then
hwe was make kick that time no Mark Brown team a Obewura media team
okay
the media team against musicians
no
Obo rough
na phone another time no nefu obo that time no nefu
no David Satan no nya kesisi say 2008 we
ba quite a time say the nefu dey want to remember
mpacho me defemu me say oba
this is physical all of it me abo
unya ball Satan Magba nya bi mo ewa no ye de ne bai mu no unya ball no afa ma na ja wa better 7 Mva say one possible
but she needs to be celebrated. I think Ghana they one of the few
na ye ball back a Cas Park Yeah, baby, I'm not going to see training.
Anglican,
yeah. Yeah, Bobako. Asempak. Said by Anglican Tina. Asempak, you can't go back. No, Musisi. No, Muntimia Mokra. No, musicians. Some catch a man, boy. Obo. Yeah, Obo, good. And I come not boy.
California, the mother Pemma.
Manucho, Mr. And Jenny Press you station.
I was not there. You are telling me.
Why are you saying so?
Body now? I have one.
No man, no minimum bomb. I'm a kind.
It's a body. I'm more Canadian. What a Pemba.
Okay, I was avoiding the Moko Peace 104.3. Nea Kofa. What's that? Whoa, you do a cheer that same abo. Una na ka bi kire oda. Who's
asem dem ye. Owo me ana so dem be won ye.
Me na to ga
you do a cheer be temptation.
Me na to ga say we do a cheer that same.
Now tell be ma dey so pemba. Who go sue me because me so pemba.
Unti me ka say mo kan dey no mu nim bonti no pemba. So
okay, no pemba.
Unity ye adwene ho.
So mo
I was all work and no play make jacket door boy. The musi yeah we should now happy weekend. Just like we said, and a word of motivation the man. Be courageous, go beyond your strength. When all the strength is done and you gather momentum to still move on, that is what is called strength. Me didn't know Poku Jeff with my friend Upo National and the Royal Baby ne promote a produce issue. Yami had my son Mobisha a Joada Anopa. Yakramo Yademo Peace 104.3 near the news na to amuso.
Say dia wakako wo ho ayehia na ho ye o ya. Ne say